This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network. We broadcast from our studios at 6 Bradley Avenue, Kingston 10, Jamaica. Transmitting on the FM 90 band. 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne. Serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary, and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester, transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew, and parts of St. Thomas. And 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James, serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland, and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcasts on the World Wide Web on nationwideradiojm.com and on Flow on channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock.
From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning.
A very good morning to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Tuesday, March 12, 2024. The latest developments out of Haiti. Haiti's Prime Minister, Dr. Ariel Henry, has resigned. His resignation follows high-level talks by CARICOM heads in Jamaica. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the Haitian crisis requires urgent action on the part of both local and international stakeholders. Dr. Nigel Clark set to open the 2024-25 budget debate in the House of Representatives today. In regional news, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken pledges more funding support for Haiti. In international news, Boeing whistleblower found dead in the U.S. In sports, English Premier League leaders Arsenal host FC Porto in the second leg of their Champions League round of 16 tie, starting at 4 p.m. Jamaica time. And in business, Airbnb bans surveillance cameras inside rental properties. The details after the break.
Yes, me get the last cheese. Taste the beat. Brothers and sisters, at the end of Easter service, we have cheese. Taste the beat. But one leg, we ain't get no bun and cheese. Taste the beat. Serve, sell me some bun and cheese. Taste the beat. Why, this burger nice with some tasty cheese. Taste the beat.
Could I have some cheese, please?
Taste the beat. Make we get on real bad with the tasty cheese, boy. Taste the beat with tasty cheese.
Catch the first news of the day. A comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Haiti's Prime Minister Ariel Henry has resigned. The Prime Minister resigned Monday afternoon following a high-level meeting of CARICOM heads of government and other regional stakeholders. The meeting was called to discuss the increasing instability and chaos in the French-speaking country. Henry was not in attendance. His resignation was announced late Monday night by Chairman of CARICOM and President of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali.
We acknowledge the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry upon the establishment of a transitional presidential council and the naming of an interim prime minister. I want to pause and thank Prime Minister Henry for his service to Haiti, his service to the Haitian people, and for his personal commitment for the furtherance of the development of Haiti and the advancement of the people of Haiti. And I ask us to give him an applause.
Henry's resignation was announced in a late-night press conference that followed the conclusion of deliberations at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in St. Andrew. Dr. Ali announced that a transitional presidential council would be established. One of its first tasks will be to appoint a new prime minister.
During the transition period, until an elected government is established, the Transitional Presidential Council will undertake the following: appoint an inclusive Council of Ministers, co-sign the orders, decrees, and to sign off on the agenda of the Council of Ministers, set the essential criteria for the selection of an impartial provisional electoral council, and establish the Provisional Electoral Council. Make arrangement for a peaceful transition, ensure continuity of governance, and establish a National Security Council. Continue collaboration with all members of the international community for the accelerated deployment of the Multinational Security Support Mission authorized by UNSCR 2699/2023.
Dr. Irfan Ali, Chairman of CARICOM and President of Guyana. And Prime Minister Ariel Henry has confirmed that he will step down as leader of Haiti. In a recorded statement delivered from Puerto Rico, Henry says the Council of Ministers of Haiti has accepted the call to put in place a transitional presidential council. He says the members of the council will be selected after agreement from what he described as different sectors of national life. Henry says the government he runs will remove itself immediately after the establishment of the Presidential Council. Henry has sought refuge in Puerto Rico after he was refused permission to land in Haiti following bilateral meetings overseas. Meanwhile, CARICOM is recommending that general elections be held in Haiti in the shortest possible time to allow citizens to elect a new leader to govern the country. The recommendation came from CARICOM Chairman and President of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali.
We have convened this meeting with key partners, some of whom were with us in the margins of the Heads of Government meeting in Guyana, to amplify the voice of the Haitian stakeholders with whom we have been speaking. We have held deep and honest discussions with our Haitian brothers and sisters who represent the political, civil society, and faith-based leaders of the Haitian people, to attempt to arrive at a consensus around an effective, inclusive, transitional governance structure to take the country to general elections in the shortest possible time.
Dr. Ali notes that all CARICOM stakeholders must come to an agreement on the way forward in assisting the people of Haiti.
These discussions have not been easy, and we've impressed upon all the stakeholders that they have a duty to their people to reach a consensus among themselves now. A consensus is for all the Haitian people and stakeholders to give a little for the greater good of the Haitian people. We must all reach a consensus among ourselves on our support for the Haitian people. The difficult decisions we make here today will have to be in the interest of the Haitian people.
Dr. Irfan Ali, CARICOM Chairman and President of Guyana. Now, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the Haitian crisis requires urgent action on the part of both local and international stakeholders. The call comes as the nation continues to descend further into anarchy, with no clear path forward to restoring stability. Siobhan Campbell has that report.
A tipping point. That's how Prime Minister Andrew Holness has described the ongoing crisis in Haiti. He says international and regional partners are deeply concerned that Haiti is on the brink of collapse.
Without recounting the disruptions and violence being experienced by ordinary Haitians through attacks on institutions and infrastructure, it is clear that Haiti is now at a tipping point. CARICOM and our regional partners are deeply concerned, as are our international partners here present and beyond. CARICOM heads have been intensively engaged in discussion and outreach, which deepened over the past week and indeed today. Strong and decisive action owned by the people of Haiti must be taken to stem the sea of lawlessness and hopelessness before it is too late.
In the presence of CARICOM heads, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, and other dignitaries, Prime Minister Holness says the region must not become host to a civil war.
We are deeply distressed that it is already too late for too many who have lost far too much at the hands of criminal gangs. The fear of the situation in Haiti worsening to become a civil war is now a real one. We're all agreed that this cannot be allowed to happen, not in our hemisphere, with our long-standing democratic tradition and reputation as a zone of peace.
Haiti continues to suffer with gangs now in control of large parts of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Their actions last week resulted in the freeing of more than 4,000 inmates and the shuttering of the Port-au-Prince International Airport. The latter has prevented the return of Haitian interim Prime Minister Dr. Ariel Henry, who left the island almost a week ago. He's now a guest of the government of Puerto Rico. It remains unclear if and when he will return to Haiti. Prime Minister Holness says it is critical to return stability to the country, underscoring the need to deploy the long-discussed multinational security force.
The Haitian National Police are currently under-resourced and outmanned. The UN Security Council approved multinational security support mission to Haiti, therefore, is a critical and a necessary first step to restore basic law and order and provide an environment of stability to allow the distribution of assistance and the crafting of medium and long-term solutions. On this, I'm certain that we all agree.
However, Mr. Holness made it clear that ultimately the Haitian people must lead the consensus on a long-term political solution.
We can also agree that Haitian voices must be central to any deliberations towards a resolution of the situation. The Haitian people must feel and know that they are a vital part of the process, having ownership in its planning and implementation. However, we who have agreed to facilitate consensus will do an injustice to the people of Haiti if we ourselves are unable to move forward with urgency and resolve. We look forward to the harvesting of the results of the discussions that we have been engaging today. This special meeting must lead us closer to action. As each passing day, the situation becomes more dire for the majority of the people of Haiti and indeed the region.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
In the meantime, President of the Haiti-Jamaica Society, Mirtha de Zulme, says among the solutions to the ongoing crisis in Haiti is for international stakeholders to strengthen the local police force. She was reacting to a statement coming out of an urgent high-level meeting held Monday under the aegis of the CARICOM heads of government.
For 3 years, we've been saying, why don't they arm, equip, train, and pay the Haitian police and the Haitian army? Haiti has an army, Haiti has a police. The police is not even paid, right? And all the policemen are fleeing because they're overwhelmed. And the government set up a special passport office to facilitate 1,000 Haitian policemen to migrate to the U.S. while they're going to look for foreign policemen. So why don't they arm and train and equip and pay the Haitian police and the Haitian army? Why?
The CARICOM-led meeting also included U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, other regional and international leaders, and Haitian stakeholders at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in St. Andrew. Secretary of State Blinken announced that the U.S. would double its contribution to Haiti's multinational security force by an additional $100 million. This brings the latest U.S. aid to the crisis-hit country to $200 million, with an overall contribution of $300 million so far. Mr. Blinken also announced $33 million in humanitarian support for health and food security. But speaking Monday evening on Nationwide at 5, Ms. Dezume says the international community should do more to stem the flow of arms into Haiti.
Why don't they put things in place to stop the flood of guns? Every desperate refugee who takes a rickety boat to get on the high seas to get away from the hell they've created in Haiti is grabbed and thrown back into the house on fire. But the flood of guns that's coming from the U.S. cannot be stopped. The studies are coming from the U.S. itself and from the UN that have established where the guns are coming from. So the first thing they need to do is to watch the wharves, the customs, stop the flood of guns into Haiti. They don't even have to stop the guns, stop the ammunition. If they had stopped the ammunition last year, there would be no gangs today. Those are the low-hanging fruit that we've been clamoring for years and that they're refusing to do.
Mirtha de Zulme, president of the Haiti-Jamaica Society. Meanwhile, Ms. de Zulme says no Kenyan-led multinational force should be sent to Haiti. She told Nationwide at 5 Monday evening that the Kenyan forces are mercenaries.
Every occupation that has come to Haiti has left it worse. The atrocities, the rapes, the murders, the sodomizations, the wanton killing, the extrajudicial killings with no accountability, all of that has gone on under the previous occupations. And not only that, the occupation from 2010 that lasted 13 years brought in cholera that killed tens of thousands of people, and there's no accountability for that either. They started the flood of guns into Haiti. So every occupation has left Haiti worse. Bringing mercenaries from Kenya while organizing for Haitian Haitian policemen to travel to the U.S. under some special
Bringing
passport.
mercenaries?
Yes, mercenaries.
It's not
Police,
mercenaries.
They are notorious for human rights abuses. They killed 33 marchers last year in their own country. They have been condemned by human rights organizations and the U.S. itself for their human rights record.
She says the proposed presidential college would take on the functions of the government and take the country through free and fair elections.
Each sector will choose its representative. So each sector will send a representative to the presidential council because we cannot elect a president now. And the constitution of Haiti says you must have a president and a prime minister, just like the French system, right? So the president is elected and he chooses his prime minister. And the prime minister runs the government. They will take on the functions that the president had and then they will choose a prime minister and that prime minister will run government. So they will have national, sovereign conference that will be organized, and then there are going to be like lots of checks and balances, lots of controlling bodies, chosen from all the different sectors, also from civil society, from political parties, from all the different sectors, from the church sector, from the diaspora, several different checks and balances to ensure the smooth running of the government.
Myrta Delzilme, president of the Haiti Jamaica Society. The 2024-25 budget debate will begin in the House of Representatives today. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark is expected to open his presentation sometime after 2 in the afternoon. He's expected to outline how the government's $1.3 trillion expenditure for the upcoming fiscal year will be funded. It's up almost 30% compared to the budget tabled last year. Opposition spokesman on finance, Julian Robinson, is expected to respond to Dr. Clark's presentation in his contribution to the debate on Thursday. Meanwhile, opposition leader Mark Golding is slated to speak next Tuesday, March 19. Prime Minister Andrew Holness will make his contribution on Thursday, March 21. The finance minister will return to conclude the budget debate the following Tuesday, March 26. It would fall to the finance minister to make any announcement of an increase in the country's income tax threshold, something Prime Minister Andrew Holness previously dubbed 1.5 2.0, referencing his administration's prior increase in the threshold to $1.5 million. Here's Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
I know that all Jamaica knows that it is the Jamaica Labour Party that will deliver 1.5 2.0.
He was addressing party supporters during a spot meeting in February. And that's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, regional and international.
Time to pay your tax? Relax! You've got this with your Sagicor Bank Business Credit Card. Use your Sagicor Bank Business Credit Card to pay your taxes and get a 1-month payment holiday. New cardholders get first-year annual fee waived. Plus, you get up to 55 days interest-free and earn unlimited reward points every time you spend. So when you're ready to pay your tax, relax! You've got this. Use your Sagicor Bank Business Credit Card and enjoy the best rewards ever. Conditions apply.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says his government supports plans to expedite a political solution to the Haitian crisis.
We're here in Kingston today to listen to your ideas, but also to provide our concrete support for the way forward. And in particular, the joint proposal that was developed by CARICOM and all of the Haitian stakeholders to expedite a political transition. We support the plan to create a broad-based, inclusive, independent presidential college that would, in particular, first, take concrete steps to meet the immediate needs of the Haitian people. Second, enable the swift deployment of the Multinational Security Support Mission. And third, through that deployment, through a reinforced Haitian National Police, create the security conditions that are necessary to hold free and fair elections, to allow humanitarian assistance to get to people who need it, and to help put Haiti back on a path to economic opportunity and growth.
Secretary Blinken was speaking at the CARICOM-led summit on the Haitian crisis at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel on Monday. The U.S. Secretary of State also announced plans by his government to increase their monetary support for the Haitian people.
Given this increasingly urgent need, I'm announcing today that the United States Department of Defense is doubling its approved support for the mission from $100 million to $200 million. And that brings the total U.S. support to $300 million for this effort. I'm also announcing additional humanitarian assistance for the people of Haiti, $33 million to further support their health and food security. Now, all of us know that only the Haitian people should determine their own future, not anyone else. But all of us here, CARICOM, the United States, our other partners, we can help. We can help restore a foundation of security that can address the tremendous suffering that innocent Haitians are experiencing and help create the conditions that will enable them to have that opportunity.
Antony Blinken, U.S. Secretary of State. In international news now, a former Boeing employee known for raising concerns about the firm's production standards has been found dead in the U.S. John Barnett had worked for Boeing for 32 years until his retirement in 2017. In the days before his death, he had been giving evidence in a whistleblower lawsuit against the company. Boeing said it was saddened to hear of Mr. Barnett's passing. The Charleston County coroner confirmed his death to the BBC on Monday. It said the 62-year-old had died from a self-inflicted wound on March 9, and the police were investigating. Mr. Barnett had worked for the U.S. plane giant for 32 years until his retirement in 2017 on health grounds. From 2010, he worked as a quality manager at the North Charleston plant, making the 787 Dreamliner, a state-of-the-art airliner used mainly on long-haul routes. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
Did you know that many of my schoolmates have an unhealthy diet, especially at school? And now 23% of them are overweight and or obese? And so one less sugary drink at my school may mean one friend less,
or two or three,
at risk of cavities or diabetes. And if we're served less foods high in saturated fats, sugar and sodium, it may reduce our risk from obesity, heart disease and high blood pressure.
The solution is simple, right? Act now.
Let's get unhealthy foods and beverages out of our schools.
A message from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica and partners.
Go crazy for this offer from Flow. Get a free Samsung phone and earbuds when you sign up for Flow Yard and Road for the special price of $4,999 plus GCT. Free is all the craze. This crazy offer won't last long. Visit discoverflow.co or your nearest Flow store for more info. Conditions apply.
We're celebrating 79 years of quality and style at the Ashley Furniture Home Store. We're giving you, our valued customers, 79 discounted styles with up to 50% off dining, lounge, and bedroom pieces. Plus, get 30% off Dacmore pieces with the purchase of a Delante Queen or King bed frame. Get a free oversized chair with the purchase of a Belzani 2-piece lounge set. Financing is available. The Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. Offers end March 31. Conditions apply.
In your morning sports report, Arnott Gardens dismissed the relegation-bound Limehall Academy 3-0 in the Ray Nephew Jamaica Premier League on Monday night at the Tony Spalding Complex. A Marlon Buckley own goal gave Arnott the lead after 52 minutes. Kaheem Dixon added a second 2 minutes later before Jaheim Thomas applied the third on 86 minutes. The win lifted the former champions to 42 points, the same as the third-place Tivoli and Portmore, but they remain fifth on goal difference. Now, a huge game is in store at the Emirates today as English Premier League leaders Arsenal host FC Porto in the second leg of their Champions League round of 16 ties starting at 4 Jamaica time. The Gunners produced a cautious and flat performance 3 weeks ago in a 1-0 defeat. Meanwhile, a much improved Napoli are ready to take on Barcelona in what the Italian club's manager described as their match of the year as they chase a place in the Champions Nations League quarterfinals. The 55-year-old coach took the helm of the Italian champions hours before their 1-1 draw with Barcelona in last month's last 16 first leg, and Napoli are now on a 6-game unbeaten run in all competitions. Former national 100-meter champion Jura Levy says she's doing everything in her powers to secure a place on Jamaica's team to the Paris Olympic Games this summer. The 33-year-old Levy, who became national champion in 2017, ran her first 100-meter of the season at the GC Foster Classic at the weekend and opened with 11.55 seconds to win the event. Levy says she's impressed with the time from the standpoint that it's faster than at this time last year, which shows she's on the right track.
Training has been going great. I think it's the best I've been since I've been back in training after COVID. Everything has been gearing up just right. This is a way bigger season than I opened my season last year with, so I'm grateful.
Levy, who has a personal best times of 11.06 seconds over 100 meters and 22.76 seconds over 200 meters, says she will be concentrating on both sprints at the national championships. The former Vertex standout says she has seen rapid progress, having taken a few years off during the COVID-19 pandemic.
During COVID time, I didn't run at all. I took a whole year off. Then I came back and I started training. And it's been 3 years, and this is the best I've looked during training. So, I'm grateful and I'm thankful. I just need to stay healthy and see what happens.
Jura Levy has represented Jamaica at 3 senior world championships, but never at an Olympic Games. Finally, in your morning sports, the champion boys and girls teams of the ISA Rural Volleyball Championships will be decided at GC Foster College today. In the girls' final, Knox College take on Mannings High at 1 p.m. Meanwhile, St. Jago and Frome Technical will compete for the boys' title at 3 p.m. And that's it for your morning sports.
Go crazy for this offer from Flow. Get a free Samsung phone and earbuds when you sign up for Flow Yard and Road for the special price of $4,999 plus GCT. Free is all the craze. This crazy offer won't last long. Visit discoverflow.co or your nearest Flow store for more info. Conditions apply.
Accelerate your career with the right ally. Mono School of Business and Management. Explore our suite of highly ranked, specialized, globally competitive graduate degrees, including our internationally accredited MBA program. At MSBM, we nurture critical thinkers and innovative leaders, placing our graduates in a league of their own. Join the community of trailblazers making an impact at home and abroad. Apply online today. Global knowledge, regional solutions.
In business this morning, Airbnb says it's introducing a worldwide ban on the use of security cameras inside rental properties. The changes to the company's policy will come into effect at the end of next month. The online rental platform says the move aims to simplify its rules on security cameras and prioritize the privacy of guests. Airbnb users have previously voiced concerns about the use of indoor surveillance cameras. Airbnb's head of community policy and partnerships, Juniper Downs, said in a statement the changes were made in consultation with their guests, hosts, and privacy experts. Downs says they'll continue to seek feedback to help ensure their policies work for their global community. Chinese technology giant Xiaomi says it will start deliveries of its first electric vehicle EV this month, its first ever foray into the competitive automotive industry. The car's price is expected to be announced on March 28. China's fifth largest smartphone maker says it has 59 stores in 29 cities around the country to take orders. It comes as a price war intensifies between firms like BYD and Tesla in China, the world's biggest car market. At the unveiling of the Speed Ultra 7 SU7 last year, Xiaomi's chief executive Li Jun said the company aims to become one of the top 5 car makers in the world. The smartphone giant has said it will invest $10 billion in its vehicles business over the next 10 years. Finally now, in foreign exchange trading this morning, the Jamaican dollar has gained 31 cents and will open trading today, selling for an average $155.63 against the benchmark U.S. dollar. The Jamaican dollar has gained 47 cents and will open trading today, selling for an average $115.33 against the Canadian. And finally, the Jamaican dollar has lost $2.60 and will open trading this morning, selling for an average $200.60 against the British pound. That's it for business this morning.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:30.
Prescription to fill? Need urgent medication for a loved one? It's House Call to the rescue. The door-to-door pharmacy delivery service by Holness Pharmacy in Mandeville. Just to drop off your prescription and health card and we'll do the rest. We'll even remind you when your refill is due. Efficient and fast, no long lines, saves time and money. Call Holness Pharmacy at 962-2246 or 962-4675. House Call. We deliver.
Jumpstart your fitness goals with Express Fitness. Sign up today and restart your fitness journey at an Express Fitness location near you. Enjoy safe, comfortable, and well-equipped gyms from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Call 554-5180 for a full listing of our open locations. Express Fitness. Express Fitness. Your goal. Our mission.
We're welcoming every woman with a special International Women's Day offer at Sagicor Bank. Women who apply for a Sagicor Bank credit card get 5,000 bonus points with a qualifying purchase within 30 days. That's not all. Apply for a car loan or mortgage, and Sagicor Bank will welcome you with a reduction in your commitment fee. At Sagicor Bank, we want every woman to feel welcome. Conditions apply.
Something good gonna happen in this year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone and a new day has appeared, and I am grateful that I made it here. Blessings gonna find me here, oh yeah. Favor gonna find me here, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, say money gonna find me, hey, 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 hey. Blessings gonna find me, hey, hey, hey. Oh, na, 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 na. Something good gonna happen in this year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone, and a new day has appeared, and I am grateful that I made it here.
Good morning, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. It's March 12, Budget Day 2024. Thank you so much for joining us here. I think I said that already, though. Yeah. Yeah, man.
But we're grateful to have you.
Yes, I'm going to tell them twice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. King. How are you, sir? Good. Hello to you out there in Radio Land. Hello to you if you're joining us on YouTube. And hello to you if you're joining us on the app. We encourage you to go on over to Nationwide 90 FM Live to subscribe to that channel. Like, subscribe, click, retweet, post, re-X, all of the things.
That's what they're calling it? Re-X?
I just made that up. I have no idea. I'm Ricardo
It might
Brooks.
become a thing, you know. Good morning to you. I'm Tana Thomas. Very happy to have you. Indeed. And, my voice sounds, I'd say a little coarse.
I like it.
You like it? Really?
It's a little...
Yeah.
Little tingle.
That's what waiting around in marathon deliberations does to you. Yeah. I mean,
You hear that to you there? That's, woo.
I left the Jamaica Pegasus sometime after 6.
Yeah.
And at that time, we had only just gotten the opening statements. So, they went back for more deliberations and then had their press conference. Well, based on the time we saw the tweet, maybe after 10,
yes,
they were done and were able to tell us the outcome of everything. So it's the morning, Ricardo, after the CARICOM-led high-level talks on the Haitian crisis at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. And as I just said, it was a marathon of deliberations among the heads of government. They met, Ricardo, they discussed, they took breaks, they met again, they discussed some more, and it went on for several hours. At the head of the table, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Chairman of CARICOM and President of Guyana, Irfan Ali, and the U.S.'s top diplomat, Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The opening statements, Ricardo, were set to happen at 1 p.m. That didn't happen. It came sometime after 5 p.m. from the leaders. And the sentiments were similar to what we've all shared on the Haitian crisis. They all expressed how distressing the situation was. We heard President Ali saying that Haiti was on the brink of disaster. Prime Minister Holness saying the situation was deeply distressing, and Secretary Blinken saying that it was a challenging situation that had deteriorated even more in recent days. And they all similarly stressed the need for a Haitian-led solution, a very important distinction to make, because the last thing you want is for Haitians to believe you're talking at them instead of with them. And we heard from the leaders, but obviously absent at the time was the leader many wanted to hear from the most, Ricardo, the interim Prime Minister, Dr. Ariel Henry. And as many of us scanned the halls of the Pegasus yesterday, all day it became apparent that the Haitian interim Prime Minister Ariel Henry was not present. The gentleman, we understand, was still stuck in Puerto Rico. And I do not know the circumstances yet that led to his no-show, but the optics at the time not having him in those deliberations, his absence had many talking, because many were questioning, how could he not show up for something so important that had to do with him and his own country? He wasn't in the room, he wasn't making his way to Jamaica, and he wasn't standing by in an online platform to join the summit. We certainly didn't hear from him during those opening statements and again at the press conference. And overnight, things have now become more clear in relation to Henry. We reported in our news at 6 that he has resigned. He has resigned. The negotiations went several hours into the night, and the heads of government delivered a press conference just after 10 Monday night at the Jamaica Pegasus. It was a crucial press conference that folks were hoping they would get an answer to that question about the status of Henry. And that answer, Ricardo listeners, came from the chairman of CARICOM, Irfan Ali.
We acknowledge the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry upon the establishment of a Transitional Presidential Council and the naming of an interim Prime Minister. I want to pause and thank Prime Minister Henry for his service to Haiti, his service to the Haitian people, and for his personal commitment for the furtherance of the development of Haiti and the advancement of the people of Haiti. And I ask us to give him an applause.
So this morning, listeners, this resignation should be seen as one of those important first steps, I'd say, in the process to reach some semblance of stability in Haiti. Henri, by all indications, held little favor with wide cross sections of the population. Many people in Haiti saw him as a dictator. Further, the complete collapse of Haiti was being pegged against whether he decided to stay or not. The leader of the largest gang in the country, the G9 led by Barbecue, they call him, had declared that Henri remaining in his position would lead to a civil war and genocide in Haiti. So it should come as a moment of relief for the Haitian people and all its partners that Henri has done the right thing to step aside, as we now look to see some kind of transitional pathway beginning to take shape. For his sake as well, I'd say, Ricardo and Haiti's, it would be advisable for Henri to remain out of the country for a little while longer. It could be contended that his arrival back in the country so soon might further destabilize an already bad situation. Now, the transitional pathway for the Haitian people to have duly elected leaders will find its way through what is being called overnight a Transitional Presidential Council. This is to be established in Haiti with 7 voting members and 2 non-voting members. And this was something that was previously proposed by the Haitian stakeholders. The council would be set to function as the president does, and they'd select a prime minister to carry out the functions of governing day to day. And this would be another first step as they cut a pathway and lead the Haitian people to a free and fair election. Secondly, Ricardo listeners, Haiti needs resources and aid. You heard Monday afternoon from Secretary Blinken that the U.S. is committing more funding to a Kenyan-led multinational force to Haiti and for humanitarian aid. That should be welcome, Ricardo, but that multinational force is still a spot of bother this morning because the Haitians seemingly don't want a Kenyan-led force in their country or Kenyan security personnel in Haiti. And their concerns should not be disregarded because of their historical experiences with occupations in their country. You heard from the president of the Haiti-Jamaica Society, Myrta Dezume, last evening, stressing that every occupation that comes to her country has made it worse, occupations that have resulted in killings and disease. And with opposition to a Kenyan-led force, will the partners know? The question is, will the partners need to revise that multinational deployment and what that will look like? Ms. Dezume herself has suggested greater funding and resources for their local police, but can that alone cauterize things in the short term? By all indications, more boots on the ground are needed to help restore stability to the country's core institutions. The question was asked last evening as well, Ricardo, about who will legitimately receive and expend the resources. Well, the answer might find itself this morning in that presidential council. And those 2 elements of the leadership by consensus and an accepted security operation are the priorities this morning. Importantly, too, as a third arm of the Haiti crisis is putting a dent in the flow of arms, guns, ammunition to the country, the weapons the gangs carry far outpower that of the police. Their weapons are high-powered and they have ammunition to last. And this is where the U.S. must play a greater role. Finally, I heard Dr. Ali saying that over the last 8 days, Ricardo, the leaders have dealt with Haiti and the crisis more than they've dealt with their own local affairs. And the issue of Haiti is a matter for all of us. And it is hoped that the indicators overnight are those first substantial steps to get Haiti on a path back to normalcy. And that's what's on my mind.
Napoleon, who thought it wasn't very nice. And so today, my brothers in Haiti,
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
15 minutes to 7.
Big sale now on at Cameron Industries. Up to 50% off quarter and 5/8-inch furniture ply and other items. Now available. Termite-resistant furniture ply, granite, quartz, and solid surface countertops. You don't want to miss these amazing deals. Visit us at Hatfield Mandeville or call us at 963-0628.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales for a better choice in the electrical business.
Jumpstart your fitness goals with Express Fitness. Sign up today and restart your fitness journey at an Express Fitness location near you. Enjoy safe, comfortable, and well-equipped gyms from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Call 554-5180 for a full listing of our open locations. Express Fitness. Express Fitness. Your goal, our mission.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
It's time now for our first traffic update. Ludlow McLean has Street Smarts. Morning, Ludlow.
Morning, Ricardo. Morning, Tana.
Hey to you, Ludlow.
Morning to all listeners and the motoring public, all transport operators, land, air, sea. Morning to you all, especially those who are taking around our passengers to various destinations, and we hope you take them safely. The situation is over in Portmore as usual. It's kind of busy, I would say. And remember, as soon as the communities have more people moving in, you're going to have more traffic in most of the situations. So just remember, Portmore busy. Those main roads, Brayton Parkway, heading towards the I-95. The right name is Municipal Boulevard, exiting onto the Mandela. And if you're heading towards the toll, lots of vehicles are heading in that particular direction. Just remember also that it's from 6 miles to 3 miles quite active as you make your way further down towards Marcus Garvey Drive, and also south going further along Spanish Town. But in the meantime, Hagley Park Road, it's steady going all the way up. If you're on Seaward Drive in both directions, whether you're heading out to Hagley Park Road or heading towards the vicinity of Seaward and Seaward Drive there, if you're heading in that particular direction to get onto Malines Road, you have no problems at all. Malines Road flowing, going past Malines Boulevard and Malines Cassia Park and Waltham intersection. That's not a problem right now. And remember, they were doing some work over the weekend on the Waltham Park Road, so vehicles are moving steadily, though I'm not so sure what is going to be the situation in terms of some drainage issue. But going along Waltham Park Road, going further into to connect with East Road and further down to Delacree, it's also steady. And those of you who are in that Richmond Park area, for the time being, you can make your way. Good vehicle movement in Mar Road, Montgomery Avenue, Richmond Park Avenue, and all these areas. It's our first report for the morning. Until about 7:18, it's back to Ricardo.
Thanks, Ludlow. Ludlow McLean there with Street Smarts. Up next, Tana has the word of the day.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
Your word of the day, an interesting one, spelled P-E-R-S-N-I-C-K-E-T-Y, spelled P-E-R-S-N-I-C-K-E-T-Y.
Persnickety. Persnickety.
Persnickety.
Persnickety is your word of the day. It's an adjective, a descriptive word, persnickety, meaning over particular or fussy. Over particular or fussy. Persnickety. Could we get the pronunciation again, Jermaine? Persnickety?
Persnickety.
Right. Persnickety. And the word persnickety, first recorded in English around 1885, between 1885 and 1890, persnickety, and to use it in the sentences provided by dictionary.com this morning, it says, despite his persnickety nature, his fussy nature, she found his attention to detail endearing. Despite his persnickety nature, she found his attention to detail endearing. Another for you. The designer's persnickety attitude, fussy attitude, ensure that every aspect of the project was perfect. So I guess a persnickety person is a sort of like a perfectionist. Or maybe not. But it means fussy, over particular, and it's spelled Persnickety. It's an adjective. Yeah, you might find reasons to use the word persnickety. I am not fussy. Carol Allen says I'm fussy. I'm not. Am I fussy?
Yeah.
I am?
Yes.
Really?
You're fussy about me sitting at your desk and moving your stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
well.
Yes, you absolutely are.
But is that, would you say that's fussy? Because here's a question.
Let me explain why it's fussy. When you're leaving, you leave notes threatening people who sit at your desk.
Do not threaten people.
The notes are threatening. Yes, King, she leaves a note there. If you sit at my desk, full stop. Put everything back as you saw it, full stop. Yeah. So if it have an or else vibe. It have an or else vibe. Yeah, man. And she puts it there every time. So if she's going on leave, if she's leaving for the weekend, yeah. She runs her side of the office with an iron fist. Yeah.
But is that a matter of being fussy, or is that just
you're
tidiness?
You're very particular about where things are. And I've actually, and here's what's funny. I've actually sat at your desk, moved the keyboard a little bit, and thought I put it back, and then you came the next morning. Somebody was sitting at my desk. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
And I'm thinking, what? Didn't I put it back? That's fussy.
I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell when somebody has been to my desk. Okay, fine.
So you're
I'm a little persnickety.
There you go. I'm happy though with what came out of the meeting yesterday.
Yes.
Because I was worried it would just be another talk shop. It does seem that they applied themselves and critically they were able to get Henri to accept that he had to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad for that. I'm also happy to see that Jamaica was able to play host to that meeting.
For a second time.
Right. Bring CARICOM together and the stakeholders in the region to make some progress. Because I was actually, when you were presenting your What's on My Mind, I was reading a New York Times article about the assassination of the former President Moise and how deeply entrenched corruption and just mismanagement is in the Haitian state. In fact, the article is saying that he may have been killed, assassinated, because he was trying to clean up the guns for drug narco trade that was stifling Haitian growth, And it talks about how deeply embedded corruption is in the judiciary, in the security forces, even his own presidential security detail. He was worried that they were essentially spying on him and giving that information to gangs and criminals. So the country is really, really mired in just deep, deep problems that will not be addressed until some kind of stability is restored. And I don't think I heard, so loosely talked about the multinational security force.
Yeah.
But I think we need more specifics on that, because I don't know if the presidential council will be able to function unless somebody gets a grip on the security situation. And when outgoing Prime Minister Henry says that the members will be chosen from elements of national life, what elements?
Yeah. Is it because, and the question was asked last evening, is it civil society?
Right.
Are the faith-based leaders? Are they prominent business people? Like,
Are the gangs part of that?
Are the gangs part of it? Absolutely. Who will sit on the presidential council?
But at least we've made some progress, and we can hope that it's a first step towards stability, in Haiti.
Yeah.
Up next, your features at the top of the hour, the news.
Coconut has enjoyed one of the best modern-day comeback stories. You probably remember being told to avoid it at all costs because it's high in cholesterol, which could harm your heart in excess. But in recent years, some people have begun embracing coconut as a potential health-promoting food. In Food for Thought today, we look at the health benefits of consuming coconut. Unlike many other fruits that are high in carbs, coconuts provide mostly fat. They also contain protein, several important minerals, and small amounts of B vitamins. However, they're not a significant source of most of the vitamins. Coconuts are especially high in manganese, which is essential for bone health and the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins, and cholesterol. They're also rich in copper and iron, which help form red blood cells, as well as selenium, an important antioxidant that protects your cells. Naturopath, medical doctor and YouTuber Dr. Gus Landivar says coconut contains potassium, chloride, and electrolytes that hydrate the body.
This is a health benefit no one can deny. I don't know if you've ever had a cold coconut during the summer season, especially if you're at the beach after a long day in seawater. Let me tell you that this experience is unbelievable. You see, coconuts are one of the best electrolyte sources found in nature. Forget all those toxic sports drinks. Coconut water is way better. Electrolytes are responsible for keeping the body properly hydrated so that muscles and nerves can properly function. It's full of potassium, chloride, and even calcium, minerals and electrolytes that make a world of difference when it comes to hydration in the body.
Dr. Gus says coconut contains healthy fats that help to control blood sugar.
One health benefit we can all see when we open the fruit is that it's high in fiber but low in carbohydrates. Now there's one characteristic we cannot see with our naked eyes, and it's the fact that coconut contains a lot of healthy fats that we can use. Now these three ingredients are the best combination when it comes to stabilizing blood sugar. Now that's not all, because one study done in mice found that coconut has an anti-diabetic effect, possibly due to its arginine content. Arginine is an amino acid that's important for the functioning of our pancreatic cells, which releases a hormone called insulin that regulates our blood sugar levels. When mice with diabetes were fed protein made out of coconut meat, their blood sugar and insulin levels and other glucose metabolism markers were much better than those who did not eat coconut protein. In addition, beta cells in the pancreas started making more insulin, the hormone in charge of regulating blood sugar.
Coconut meat contains phenolic compounds, which are antioxidants that can help protect cells from oxidative damage. That's it for Food for Thought. Until next time.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
Picture this. You're waiting in line to buy tickets and you want to do something to pass the time. So what do? Some would choose to go on their phone while others would try to strike up a conversation. But what is proper etiquette while you're waiting in a long line? I'm Tana, and the Lifestyle Pages starts now. Here are some basic rules for chatting with people while waiting in a line. Don't give out personal information if you've never seen him or her before. Don't get into a political discussion. It's dangerous to open this up if you don't know the person's affiliation or the level of passion. Be cautious about discussing religious views. While it's okay to mention the church you attend, if it naturally flows in the conversation, don't make judgmental comments about others. Don't call a stranger by an intimate name. It might be normal for you to address everyone as dear, sweetie, or darling, but it might make someone who isn't used to it feel uncomfortable. I'm Tana, and those were your lifestyle pages.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
From Negril Point to Morant Bay, a little kindness can go a far way. The time by the Jamaica Information Service is...
It's news time, 7 o'clock.
If you need to build it, plumb it, weld it, pave it, or power it, National Supply has it. Get the best brands for the job at Jamaica's Industrial Hardware Superstore, Kingston or Bay. The temperature by National Supply is...
26 degrees Celsius here in Kingston, 26 out west in Montego Bay.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
A very good morning to you. I'm Ricardo Brooks. Coming up in the news at 7 for this morning, Tuesday, March 12, 2024. Haiti's Prime Minister Dr. Ariel Henry has resigned. His resignation follows high-level talks by CARICOM heads in Jamaica. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the Haitian crisis requires urgent action on the part of both local and international stakeholders. Dr. Nigel Clark set to open the 2024-25 budget debate in the House of Representatives today. In international news, Boeing whistleblower found dead in the United States. The details after the break.
News at 7 is brought to you by Fosrich, your electrical, lighting, solar, and LED people.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
And now to the details. Haiti's Prime Minister Ariel Henry has resigned. The Prime Minister resigned Monday afternoon following a high-level meeting of CARICOM heads of government and other regional stakeholders in Jamaica. The meeting was called to discuss the increasing instability and chaos in the French-speaking country. Henry was not in attendance. His resignation was announced late Monday night by Chairman of CARICOM and President of Ghana, Dr. Irfan Ali.
We acknowledge the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry upon the establishment of a Transitional Presidential Council and the naming of an interim Prime Minister. I want to pause and thank Prime Minister Henry for his service to Haiti, his service to the Haitian people, and for his personal commitment for the furtherance of the development of Haiti and the advancement of the people of Haiti. And I ask us to give him an applause.
Henry's resignation was announced in a late-night press conference that followed the conclusion of deliberations at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in St. Andrew. Dr. Ali announced that a transitional presidential council would be established. One of its first tasks will be to appoint a new Prime Minister of Haiti.
During the transition period, until an elected government is established, the Transitional Presidential Council will undertake the following: appoint an inclusive Council of Ministers, co-sign the orders, decrees, and to sign off on the agenda of the Council of Ministers, set the essential criteria for the selection of an impartial Provisional Electoral Council, and establish the Provisional Electoral Council. Make arrangement for a peaceful transition ensure continuity of governance, and establish a National Security Council. Continue collaboration with all members of the international community for the accelerated deployment of the Multinational Security Support Mission authorized by UNSCR 2699/2023.
Dr. Irfan Ali, the chairman of CARICOM and president of Guyana. And Prime Minister Ariel Henry has confirmed that he will step down as leader of Haiti. In a recorded statement delivered from Puerto Rico, Henry says the Council of Ministers of Haiti has accepted the call to put in place a transitional presidential council. He says the members of the council will be selected after agreement from what he described as different sectors of national life. Henry says the government he runs will remove itself immediately after the establishment of the presidential council. Henry has sought refuge in Puerto Rico after he was refused permission to land in Haiti following bilateral meetings overseas. Meanwhile, CARICOM is recommending that general elections be held in Haiti in the shortest possible time to allow citizens to elect a new leader to govern the country. The recommendation came from the CARICOM chairman, Dr. Irfan Ali.
We have convened this meeting with key partners, some of whom were with us in the margins of the Heads of Government meeting in Guyana, to amplify the voice of the Haitian stakeholders with whom we have been speaking. We have held deep and honest discussions with our Haitian brothers and sisters who represent the political, civil society, and faith-based leaders of the Haitian people, to attempt to arrive at a consensus around an effective, inclusive, transitional governance structure to take the country to general elections in the shortest possible time.
Dr. Ali notes that all CARICOM stakeholders must come to an agreement on the way forward in assisting the people of Haiti.
These discussions have not been easy, and we've impressed upon all the stakeholders that they have a duty to their people to reach a consensus among themselves now. A consensus is for all the Haitian people and stakeholders to give a little for the greater good of the Haitian people. We must all reach a consensus among ourselves on our support for the Haitian people. The difficult decisions we make here today will have to be in the interest of the Haitian people.
Dr. Irfan Ali, the CARICOM chairman and president of Guyana. Still on Haiti, Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the Haitian crisis requires urgent action on the part of both local and international stakeholders. Siobhan Campbell has that report.
A tipping point. That's how Prime Minister Andrew Holness has described the ongoing crisis in Haiti. He says international and regional partners are deeply concerned that Haiti is on the brink of collapse.
Without recounting the disruptions and violence being experienced by ordinary Haitians through attacks on institutions and infrastructure, it is clear that Haiti is now at a tipping point. CARICOM and our regional partners are deeply concerned, as are our international partners here present and beyond. CARICOM heads have been intensively engaged in discussion and outreach, which deepened over the past week and indeed today. Strong and decisive action owned by the people of Haiti must be taken to stem the sea of lawlessness and hopelessness before it is too late.
In the presence of CARICOM heads, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, and other dignitaries, Prime Minister Holness says the region must not become host to a civil war.
We are deeply distressed that it is already too late for too many who have lost far too much at the hands of criminal gangs. The fear of the situation in Haiti worsening to become a civil war is now a real one. We're all agreed that this cannot be allowed to happen, not in our hemisphere, with our long-standing democratic tradition and reputation as a zone of peace.
Haiti continues to suffer with gangs now in control of large parts of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Their actions last week resulted in the freeing of more than 4,000 inmates and the shuttering of the Port-au-Prince International Airport. The latter has prevented the return of Haitian interim Prime Minister Dr. Ariel Henry, who left the island almost a week ago. He's now a guest of the government of Puerto Rico. It remains unclear if and when he will return to Haiti. Prime Minister Holness says it is critical to return stability to the country, underscoring the need to deploy the long-discussed multinational security force.
The Haitian National Police are currently under-resourced and outmanned. The UN Security Council approved multinational security support mission to Haiti, therefore, is a critical and a necessary first step to restore basic law and order and provide an environment of stability to allow the distribution of assistance and the crafting of medium and long-term solutions. On this, I'm certain that we all agree.
However, Mr. Holness made it clear that ultimately the Haitian people must lead the consensus on a long-term political solution.
We can also agree that Haitian voices must be central to any deliberations towards a resolution of the situation. The Haitian people must feel and know that they are a vital part of the process, having ownership in its planning and implementation. However, we who have agreed to facilitate consensus will do an injustice to the people of Haiti if we ourselves are unable to move forward with urgency and resolve. We look forward to the harvesting of the results of the discussions that we have been engaging today. This special meeting must lead us closer to action. As each passing day, the situation becomes more dire for the majority of the people of Haiti and indeed the region.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
And President of the Haiti-Jamaica Society, Martha de Sulme, says among the solutions to the ongoing crisis in Haiti is for international stakeholders to strengthen the local police force. She was reacting to a statement coming out of the urgent high-level meeting held Monday under the aegis of the CARICOM heads of government.
For 3 years, we've been saying, why don't they arm, equip, train, and pay the Haitian police and the Haitian army? Haiti has an army, Haiti has a police. The police is not even paid, right? And the other policemen are fleeing because they're overwhelmed. And the government set up a special passport office to facilitate 1,000 Haitian policemen to migrate to the U.S. while they're going to look for foreign policemen. So why don't they arm and train and equip and pay the Haitian police and the Haitian army? Why?
The CARICOM-led meeting also included the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, other regional and international leaders, and Haitian stakeholders at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in St. Andrew. Secretary of State Blinken announced that the United States would double its contribution to Haiti's multinational security force by an additional $100 million. This brings the latest U.S. aid to the crisis-hit country to $200 million, with an overall contribution of $300 million so far. Mr. Blinken also announced $33 million in humanitarian support for health and food security. But speaking Monday evening on Nationwide at 5, Mr. Sulme says the international community should do more to stem the flow of arms into Haiti.
Why don't they put things in place to stop the flood of guns? Every desperate refugee who takes a rickety boat to get on the high seas to get away from the hell they've created in Haiti is grabbed and thrown back into the house on fire. But the flood of guns that's coming from the U.S. cannot be stopped. The studies are coming from the U.S. itself and from the UN that have established where the guns are coming from. So the first thing they need to do is to watch the wharves, the customs, stop the flood of guns into Haiti. They don't even have to stop the guns, stop the ammunition. If they had stopped the ammunition last year, there would be no gangs today. Those are the low-hanging fruits that we've been clamoring for years and that they're refusing to do.
Martha de Sulme, president of the Haiti-Jamaica Society. Meanwhile, Ms. de Sulme says no Kenyan-led multinational force should be sent to Haiti. She told Cliff Hughes on Nationwide at 5 on Monday that the Kenyan forces are mercenaries.
Every occupation that has come to Haiti has left it worse. The atrocities, the rapes, the murders, the sodomizations, the wanton killing, the extrajudicial killings with no accountability, all of that has gone on under the previous occupations. And not only that, the occupation from 2010 that lasted 13 years brought in cholera that killed tens of thousands of people, and there's no accountability for that either. They started the flood of guns into Haiti. So every occupation has left Haiti worse. Bringing mercenaries from Kenya while organizing for Haitian policemen to travel to the U.S. under some special passport.
Bringing mercenaries?
Yes, mercenaries.
It's not
police.
Mercenaries.
They are notorious for human rights abuses. They killed 33 marchers last year in their own country. They have been condemned by human rights organizations and the U.S. itself for their human rights record.
Ms. de Sulme says the proposed presidential college should take on the functions of the government and take the country through free and fair elections.
each sector will choose its representative. So each sector will send a representative to the Presidential Council, because we cannot elect a president now. And the Constitution of Haiti says you must have a president and a prime minister, just like the French system, right? So the president is elected and he chooses his prime minister, and the prime minister runs the government. They will take on the functions that the president had, and then they will choose a prime minister, and that prime minister will run government. So they will have national, sovereign conference that will be organized, and then there are going to be like lots of checks and balances, lots of controlling bodies, chosen from all the different sectors, also from civil society, from political parties, from all the different sectors, from the church sector, from the diaspora, several different checks and balances to ensure the smooth running of the government.
Mirtha Dezume, president of the Haiti-Jamaica Society. In other news now, the 2024-25 budget debate will begin in the House of Representatives today. The Finance Minister, Dr. Nigel Clarke, is expected to open his presentation sometime after 2 this afternoon. He's expected to outline how the government's $1.3 trillion expenditure for the upcoming fiscal year will be funded. It's up almost 30% compared to the budget tabled last year. Opposition spokesman on finance, Julian Robinson, is expected to respond to Dr. Clarke's presentation in his contribution to the debate on Thursday. Meanwhile, the opposition leader Mark Golding is slated to speak next Tuesday, March 19. Prime Minister Andrew Holness will make his contribution on Thursday, March 21. The finance minister will return to conclude the budget debate the following Tuesday, March 26. It would fall to the finance minister to make any announcement of an increase in the country's income tax threshold, something Prime Minister Holness previously dubbed 1.5 2.0, referencing his administration's prior increase to the threshold to $1.5 million. Here's Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
I know that all Jamaica knows that it is the Jamaica Labour Party that will deliver 1.5 2.0.
Mr. Holness was addressing party supporters there during a spot meeting in February. In international news now, a former Boeing employee known for raising concerns about the firm's production standards has been found dead in the United States. John Barnett had worked for Boeing for 32 years until his retirement in 2017 on health grounds. In the days before his death, he had been giving evidence in a whistleblower lawsuit against the company. Boeing said it was saddened to hear of Mr. Barnett's passing. The Charleston County coroner confirmed his death to the BBC on Monday. It said the 62-year-old had died from a self-inflicted wound on March 9 and police were investigating. From 2010, he worked as a quality manager at the North Charleston plant making the 787 Dreamliner, a state-of-the-art airliner used mainly on long-haul routes. That's the news at 7 this morning. I'm Ricardo Brooks.
News at 7 was brought to you by Forex, your electrical, lighting, solar, and LED people.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
17 minutes after 7.
Taxpayers, pay your taxes online at www.jamaicatax.gov.jm. Call 888-TAX-HELP for more details. The temperature brought to you by Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you better, is...
It's 27 degrees Celsius here in Kingston, 26 out west in Montego Bay.
Did you know that many of my schoolmates have an unhealthy diet, especially at school? And now 23% of them are overweight and or obese? And so one less sugary drink at my school may mean one friend less, or 2 or 3, at risk of cavities or diabetes. And if we're served less foods high in saturated fats, sugar, and sodium, it may reduce our risk from obesity, heart disease, and high blood pressure. The solution is simple, right? Act now. Let's get unhealthy foods and beverages out of our schools.
A message from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica and partners.
Go crazy for this offer from Flow. Get a free Samsung phone and earbuds when you sign up for Flow Yard and Road for the special price of $4,999 plus GCT. Free is all the craze. This crazy offer won't last long. Visit discoverflow.co or your nearest Flow store for more info. Conditions apply.
More savings, more choices. Get at
Active with Active Home Center, the one-stop shop for everything for your home. We have more savings, more choices, unbelievable prices. Wide selection with the latest style. The kitchen, bathroom, right down to the tile. Buy the hottest items on spot, don't miss out. Best options under one roof, no doubt. More savings, more choices.
Visit us in store or online at www.activehomecenter.com.
We have more savings, more choices.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
It's time now for our second update from the streets. Ludlow McLean has Street Smarts. Morning again, Ludlow.
Morning again, Ricardo. Listeners, it's our second update and on the busy conditions, bright and sunny. Remember, St. Catherine, a large community, so Old Harbour Road, quite busy. St. John's Road, heading to the roundabout by Old Harbour there, Old Harbour roundabout. Heading towards the Spanish Town bypass, lots of traffic in that area. Eastbound, and it's going to continue all the way to the other roundabout by Jose Marte, and then it continues on along in that vicinity all the way towards 6 miles. So it's quite a busy morning, and it's going to take you all the way to Spanish Town Road. Remember, this morning it was actually busy, and remember also the traffic out of Portmore, lots of traffic, Brayton, Nagohead, Port Henderson Road, all these areas, Municipal Boulevard, the Dyke Road, all these areas carrying a lot of traffic, takes you onto the Mandela. On the other side, if you're on the toll, it's a lot of traffic heading towards the toll, then onto Marcus Garvey Drive. All these areas are busy, but most of the western side, quite active. Now, what's happening in the other areas? Meadowbrook, Red Hills Road, all these areas carrying traffic, Mannings Hill Road, coming from places like out of Havendale Drive, Border Avenue, onto Mannings Road. Lots of traffic in the Manor Park area. It's going across the Olivia Road, then onto Shorter Road, quite busy, quite active. And if you're on Constantine Road, going past Dunrobin intersection, you're going to notice the traffic also on Dunrobin Avenue and going into Half a Tree Square, quite busy as they make your way. Lots of vehicles coming from Stoughton Avenue into Half a Tree Square. So it makes it quite busy in that particular area. Going on Half a Tree Road, also busy. Those of you on the east, remember, 7 miles heading to Arborview roundabout, you're going to have a little traffic there also. And then you make it onto Clarksville Glass Toll, then onto Michael Mann Boulevard. Those areas, that is moving steadily as they make your way to downtown Kingston. So it's our second report for the morning. And remember, the traffic continues, and, maybe later, 9 o'clock, you'll still have traffic in most areas. All the intersections are busy at this time. So you want to just say be careful, and as usual, at Street Farm, your safety is our concern. Ricardo, take it away.
Thanks, Ludlow. Ludlow McLean there with Street Smarts. Up next, the front page.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide this morning. You know, on the front page, I'm Ricardo Brooks.
And I'm Tawna Thomas.
And we're keeping our focus on the situation unfolding in Haiti, as you can imagine, as a neighboring CARICOM country, one so close to Jamaica in proximity. The developments there are important to us, and since our government here in Jamaica played host to that very important meeting last evening to come to some resolution on the situation in that country, we think it important to focus on what happened. Now, Haiti's Prime Minister Ariel Henry has agreed to resign following weeks of mounting pressure and increasing violence in the impoverished country. It comes after CARICOM heads and regional leaders met here in Jamaica yesterday to discuss a political transition in Haiti.
Mr. Henry is currently stranded in Puerto Rico after being prevented by armed gangs from returning home. In a video address announcing his resignation, Mr. Henry urged the Haitians to remain calm. His resignation was announced late Monday night by Chairman of CARICOM and the President of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali.
Today, CARICOM convened the Haitian stakeholders and the following international development partners: Brazil, Canada, France, Mexico, United Nations, and the United States of America, to discuss the multidimensional crisis in Haiti. This meeting followed a series of discussions over a period of time, including those facilitated by the Eminent Persons Group, which engaged a wide range of actors, including Haitian politicians, political parties, the religious community, private sector, the diaspora, and civil society. We are pleased to announce the commitment to a transitional governance arrangement, which paves the way for a peaceful transition of power, continuity of governance, an action plan for near-term security, and the road to free and fair elections. It further seeks to assure that Haiti will be governed by the rule of law. This commitment reflects hard compromises among a diverse coalition of actors who have put their country above all differences. To that end, we acknowledge the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry upon the establishment of a Transitional Presidential Council and the naming of an interim Prime Minister. I want to pause and thank Prime Minister Henry for his service to Haiti, his service to the Haitian people, and for his personal commitment for the furtherance of the development of Haiti and the advancement of the people of Haiti.
And clearly, Tawna, the leaders, they took their time and devoted the time to this matter. This press conference would have come something at 10, 11 o'clock at night, after an entire day you were telling us of back and forth, meetings.
And going through several proposals that they received overnight from Sunday to Monday, several proposals to go through those proposals, different stakeholders. So at one point, what you had, I understand, was a breakup of the heads of government. So you had some in one session, some in the other.
Sessions.
Yeah, the three members of the Eminent Persons Group as well went into another session, and that's how they did it, and did the roundtables all day until they were able to come to some sort of outcome.
And CARICOM would recognize the importance of stability in Haiti, because we here in Jamaica, we've seen the flow of Haitian migrants who are fleeing that country. But there are some other countries, as we've been discussing. For example, I think of the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Bahamas. The Turks and Caicos Islands, the situation there is so severe now that there are more Haitians there than native people from the islands.
Yeah.
So there is a real risk that unless stability is returned to Haiti, the humanitarian situation will continue to be such that there could be an overrunning of borders close to Haiti.
Yeah.
And guess where would be ground zero? Dr. Ali announced that a transitional presidential council would be established. He says one of its first tasks will be to appoint a new prime minister.
And the following is agreed: the creation of a transitional presidential council comprised of 7 voting members and 2 non-voting observers. The 7 voting members will comprise one representative from each of the following groups: Collective, December 21st, EDE/Red, Lavalas, Montana, Petit Desaline, and the private sector. The non-voting members will be represented by one member from civil society and one member of the interfaith community. The council will exercise specified presidential authorities during the transition, operating by majority vote. The exclusion from the Transitional Presidential Council of anyone who is currently on a charge, indictment, or has been convicted in any jurisdiction, anyone who is under UN sanction, anyone who intends to run in the next election in Haiti, anyone who opposes the UN Security Council Resolution 2699. The Transitional Presidential Council will swiftly select and appoint an interim Prime Minister. The Transitional Presidential Council will, together with the interim Prime Minister, appoint an inclusive Council of Ministers. The Transitional Presidential Council will hold the relevant and possible powers of the Haitian presidency during the transition period until an elected government is established.
So that sounds like in function a cabinet that will make decisions by a majority vote.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're up on the break. You just heard from the chairman of CARICOM, Dr. Irfan Ali. He was speaking in Kingston late last night, outlining the agreements that the high-level meeting came to at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. We'll take the break and come back with more.
Give up every illegal gun. Call the police at 119 or Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Ministry of National Security is
7:30.
Know your numbers and take control of your life. Don't wait till it's too late. Check your doctor today. Yeah. Get the BMI check, your blood pressure check, your blood sugar and cholesterol check. We're living well when we stay on top of our health. Know your numbers and take control.
Message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
We're welcoming every woman with a special International Women's Day offer at Sagicor Bank. Women who apply for a Sagicor Bank credit card get 5,000 bonus points with a qualifying purchase within 30 days. That's not all. Apply for a car loan or mortgage, and Sagicor Bank will welcome you with a reduction in your commitment fee. At Sagicor Bank, we want every woman to feel welcome. Conditions apply.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
And we mean everything, not just houseware and appliances. At Zan Supercenter, we have furniture too. Furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, kitchen, and more. Low on cash? At Zan Supercenter, we have layaway plans. Don't delay. Come in today.
Zan Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Zan Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, focusing on Haiti and the Haitian crisis this morning, and giving or bringing to you the outcome of the high-level meeting that was held at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel yesterday. It was a CARICOM-led high-level meeting with heads of government, different heads of government out of CARICOM that were in that meeting, as well as other stakeholders and the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. Coming out of the meeting overnight, we're reporting that the interim Haitian Prime Minister, Dr. Ariel Henry, has agreed to resign. He has agreed to resign, and you've been hearing from the chairman of CARICOM and the president of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali, who delivered those remarks and disclosed that Dr. Henry was stepping aside in a late-night press conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel following their marathon deliberations. And Dr. Ali, he also outlined the functions of that transitional council that they've now announced.
The Transitional Presidential Council will undertake the following: appoint an inclusive council of ministers, co-sign the orders, decrees, and to sign off on the agenda of the Council of Ministers, set the essential criteria for the selection of an impartial provisional electoral council, and establish the Provisional Electoral Council. Make arrangement for a peaceful transition, ensure continuity of governance, and establish a National Security Council. Continue collaboration with all members of the international community for the accelerated deployment of the Multinational Security Support Mission authorized by UNSCR 2699/2023. It is agreed that implementation of these measures will be concluded in parallel. The parties also make specific individual commitments regarding principles of inclusion, integrity, restoration of peace, and orderly transition of power. These shared and individual commitments can represent important steps towards facilitating increased humanitarian access to help ease the suffering of the Haitian people. The international community stands ready to partner with Haiti to achieve these goals. Haitian participants must now fully implement their commitments. Haitians deserve a country where children can go to school and their parents know they will be safe. We commend the willingness and courage of Haitian stakeholders to commit to put Haiti back on a path towards democracy, stability, and prosperity.
Now, obviously, Tana, the legitimacy of this council will be important, whether the Haitian people accept it as legitimate so that its decisions can be enacted and, certainly the majority of Haitians accept it.
The deliberations yesterday were with a wide cross-section of Haitian stakeholders who gave several proposals. So it seems after all of that, they must have come to some sort of consensus that, we're fine with this presidential college, something that has been proposed by the Haitians themselves over the last number of years.
But here's why I say that about the legitimacy, because I think whether we want to accept it or not, one of the stakeholders now, illegitimate though they may be, are the criminal gangs that are wreaking havoc in that country. Mm-hmm. And unless they accept this council as legitimate and certainly lay down their arms and agree to stand by the decrees of this council, I don't see how it works. And which is why I was saying that I think it's also going to be very important that we get clarity on that security operation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that you need the boots on the ground to be able to arrest the situation such that, because this is essentially a democratic kind of a council to make a decision by a majority vote. If you don't have the security arrangements in place that allows this to function, I don't know.
And that is a spot of bother this morning. And perhaps a little later on when we have on Jacqueline Charles, she'll be able to tell us some more about what's happening on the ground. But that is a spot of bother this morning because you're hearing, for example, from Ms. Dezume last evening that the Haitians, they do not support a Kenyan-led multinational force coming into their country because of what they know of the Kenyan security personnel. And because of their past experiences about occupations in their country.
And I think Dr. Irfan Ali accepts that there are some challenges because here he is urging Haitians to give the agreement a chance to work.
Yeah.
With a framework in place that illuminates a path forward, it is incumbent upon all Haitians to give the agreement a chance to work. And we implore all parties, all stakeholders, all Haitians to be patient This process requires patience. Let us be patient. Let us give a bit. Let us sacrifice a bit and give this agreement a chance to work. To enter into a process of national dialogue and to lay the groundwork for a transition that is based on inclusivity, encourages participation by all stakeholders, and paves the way for elections as soon as possible. This is the only sustainable path to a future of strong democratic institutions, peaceful resolution of conflict, and security and prosperity of all Haitians.
Dr. Irfan Ali there, the chairman of CARICOM and president of Ghana. With us now to react to the latest developments, we have Caribbean correspondent at the Miami Herald who has been reporting on Haitian matters, Jacqueline Charles. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let me just first of all get your reactions to the latest developments coming one out of Haiti and out of the meeting held here in Jamaica.
Well, I don't know if I had a reaction. I sort of had a heads up that both were going to happen. I think in terms of Jamaica and what was decided, I mean, the question is, you put together essentially 9 individuals that are basically, adversarial. These are groups that are, they're adversaries. And so people are trying to figure out how that is going to work. It is not yet decided whether or not there's going to be one president on this council, or will they be rotating presidencies every couple of months. That's the reaction out of Haiti. Everybody's looking at this and knowing this country and knowing the history of saying, how is this going to work? There were 7 proposals that were sent to CARICOM. By the time they met yesterday, they had asked for 1, but they got 7 instead. And the various proposals had various numbers, 5 people, 7 people. But there was a debate, and that debate was essentially, what do you do about these quote-unquote other political forces, i.e. the gangs, i.e. Some of these politicians or former politicians that have the ability to put people out on the streets. Do you give them a seat, and how do you do that? And so what you saw with President Ali last night, he says, well, as far as our knowledge, we weren't dealing with any gang leaders or gang members. But the gangs are part of Haitian society, and that was the challenge that they have to deal with. So there's a lot, that's writing on here. There's been a huge focus on getting a political accord. But, the story I wrote yesterday is like whether a political accord is going to be enough. Because you have a political problem, you have a security problem, and of course you have this humanitarian issue. So we're watching Haiti today to see what the reaction is going to be. We haven't seen anything yet, but we know yesterday, for instance, Jimmy Cherizier, the former police officer turned gang leader, he's announced that they're going to go after the hotels. And that they were going to start to target those hotels. I can tell you that the police and the army have taken back control of the seaport. They've also been stationed, at the airport. There have been helicopters coming in, not bringing in Prime Minister Ariel Henry, but either bringing in or taking out some foreign embassy staff. So, again, even if in the next couple of days we see that there's a ceasefire and there's a reason to think that, we think that the gangs have been running out of ammunition. When we look at the pattern in Haiti, again, it's very volatile. It could flare up at any moment.
You describe the stakeholders as rivals. You're experiencing in watching and observing them, studying them over these many months. Are you saying that you don't think they'll be able to put those differences aside to work together on this presidential council?
They couldn't get one proposal together. I mean, I think that what CARICOM saw yesterday, whether they'll acknowledge it or not, is that this is a very divided group of individuals, and they're very polarized. I mean, if you read my story in the Miami Herald, you would see that essentially the formula was kind of worked out. And, and the question, of course, is whether or not this is a Haitian-led solution or an encourage, a Haitian-led solution.
Mm-hmm.
it's up to them. They wanted to rule. They wanted to govern the country. Now they're going to be there, and all eyes are going to be on them. And there's a lot that's riding on this.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things coming out of this, Jacqueline, is this multinational support mission that's supposed to go to Haiti. And from all the reports that we've gotten so far, it would be Kenyan-led. But there seems to be not a lot of support for this Kenyan-led multinational support mission to the country. What are you picking up on the ground from Haitians?
I mean, we have to go back to this, okay? Ariel Henry had asked during one of these gang blockades of the fuel ports, which took place for about 6 weeks for the international community to help. And the U.S. and others spent almost a year trying to find a country willing to take this on because the United States is not going to send in U.S. military troops. Canada backed out of this. And so what do? There was not a lot of appetite for a United Nations peacekeeping mission again, because that would require, China and Russia not vetoing. And so the only option is this hybrid that they put together, but nobody was saying they'll do it. And then in late July, President William Ruto from Kenya said, I'll do it. I mean, that's how this happened. It's not because the U.S. went to Kenya. They were basically shopping around. Mm-hmm. And this is the only country that has volunteered to go in. I mean, I've been saying beggars can't be choosers. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, this is where we are. And then we've seen Jamaica being among those countries that stepped up and said, you know what, we're going to help. I mean, Jamaica has experience of having the military work side by side with the police and anti-gang operations. And so, there is no perfect formula and there's no perfect group. Whether, if you had U.S. troops, somebody would complain. If you had UN, people would complain. But the reality is that between then and now, there has been a huge change in opinions. I mean, people cannot live. This is a capital with over 80%, controlled by gangs. You send your kid to school, you don't know if they're going to come back alive because it's going to be a stray bullet that goes through the classroom. Women are being raped collectively. Almost 6 million people are dying of hunger because, the gangs have basically taken over every major highway in and out of the capital. Port-au-Prince today is landlocked. I mean, flights are suspended, but people cannot get out. That's the reality is. And it's a numbers game. You have a police force with less than 9,000 individuals. Not all of them are involved in these specialized anti-gang operations. It's a miracle that only 6 police officers have been killed since these gangs have done their coordinated violent attacks, where they started by overtaking police stations. They've taken over, hospitals, and yet the police have been able to beat them back, to stand and take control today of the seaport. They are out there, keeping security around the airport, trying to rebuild and reinforce a perimeter wall. So it is a very well trained police force. It's just been outgunned, outmaneuvered, and outmanned by these gangs.
So, Jacqueline, based on what you're hearing from the Haitians, due to the gravity of the situation, there's a change of heart in accepting a Kenyan-led multinational support mission coming into the country?
People want help. They want outside help to come into the country. And in this particular case, it happens to be Kenya. Mm-hmm. The United States, because of the funding, all of these individuals that are sent, they will need to be vetted. We at the Miami Herald reported last week that of the 1,000 Kenyans that have volunteered or who are supposed to be deployed to Haiti, only 400 of them have been vetted so far. Everybody is not going to come in at once as well. The way that it's going to be done is it's the deployment in various groups. But this force has had 2 challenges. I mean, the challenge is that, one, the legal challenge in Kenya, and then the other challenge being the funding issues. The U.S. initially pledged $200 million. Yesterday, Secretary Blinken said another $100 million will come from the Department of Defense, but Republicans in Congress do not want to give the Biden administration the $50 million that they're requesting as an initial funding to get this thing off the ground, because they have they said they have a lot of questions about this and whether or not it's going to work. And while they're going back and forth, the reality is that gangs are overtaking a capital.
Yeah. Hold it there for us, Jacqueline Charles, and I'm glad that you reminded our listeners that even in Kenya, there's disagreement as to whether their troops should be sent to Haiti. After the break, want to get from you, what do the gangs actually want in Haiti? After the break.
Listen up, motorists. Speeding burns more gas. So slow down. The life you save may be your own and also that of your loved ones. Slow down. Save lives and money. The time by the Insurance Association of Jamaica is
12 minutes to 8.
At Hawkeye, our mission is to deliver cutting-edge security solutions to help you keep track of the things you value most.
The temperature by Hawkeye is...
It's 27 degrees Celsius here in Kingston. It's 26 out west in Montego Bay.
I've been hearing about this constitutional reform thing. You know anything about it?
Yes, constitutional reform is a chance for us to Jamaicanize the constitution.
But how?
Enough things changed since 1962 and we have matured as a nation. So modernizing the constitution will reflect our current societal values.
Oh, a constitution for Jamaicans, approved by Jamaicans.
Are you ready for the journey? Join us on the road to Republic. Think independence, think Republic. A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales for a better choice in the electrical business.
Easter time come, me go pick up a mother's Easter bun.
It's a the king, you know. All the right ingredients, the proper amount of fruit, well soaked and baked to soft, delicious perfection.
A sub-bun for nice. So whether you add cheese, butter, or even a patty, mother's Easter bun is the one that will make you say, a sub-bun for nice.
Mother's Easter bun are the king, you know. Hurry and grab one before it's done.
More deliciousness from Mother's Bakery.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide this morning. I'm Ricardo Brooks.
And I'm Tona Thomas.
We're still on the front page. Our guest this morning is Caribbean correspondent at the Miami Herald, Jacqueline Charles. We're assessing the situation in Haiti. Jacqueline, first of all, what are the gangs demanding? What do they actually want? And to your mind, can this presidential council succeed without engaging these gangs?
Well, those are two very interesting questions. I mean, when we talk about gangs, let's be clear. We're talking about, I think the latest number I've seen is like 300 armed groups. And despite the fact that you've seen this sort of united front that they have launched in the last 2 weeks to target key government institutions, some observers are wondering how long this unity is going to last and whether or not you will start to see them fighting each other, once again. As you hear them talk or, they release these voice notes or videos on TikTok and different things, you hear them talk about being opposed to this multinational security support mission. They don't want any foreign force coming into the country. The second thing that we've been hearing is amnesty. They said they want amnesty, and then there's been this debate about whether some of these leaders want a seat in power. Do they want to be in the national palace? I mean, when you talk to them, when you hear them speak, if you don't know their background, you see that they're articulating the struggles and the challenges and the misery of the population. You're like, oh wow, and then you remember, okay, here's what they're doing, or they've been sanctioned by the United Nations. So it's going to be interesting to see in the next couple of days and weeks, what their reaction to this council is going to be. And yes, that's a very important question in terms of whether or not this council is going to be able to do what they need to do without engaging with the gangs. Because the history of Haiti, far worse than garrison politics in Jamaica is that, over the years we've seen political groups and politicians use gangs to help them get into power. And the struggle is always getting rid of the gangs once you get into power. And so by putting in these various groups that are sitting on this panel, what today is their relationship with some of these gang members? I mean, one of the things we've seen is that since the United States and Canada started issuing sanctions, the gangs have become increasingly more independent, and the politicians don't necessarily have control over the gangs. So this is it's a real test. I mean, there's been two arguments. While the international community is saying we need to get a political deal, and that has been their focus. Others in Haiti have said, no, the priority right now needs to be security, because the security and the politics have broken off. And right now the urgent matter is addressing the security concern. So, we have to wait and see.
And former presidents, former high-profile politicians, I think, for example, of Michel Martelly, where are they in all of this? And what impact do you think they could have on the process of bringing stability?
I mean, former President Martelly is currently in Miami. He's been sanctioned by Canada. His party, PHTK, is part of an alliance that has been given a seat. I spoke to the party president, Lina Baltazar, 2 days ago, and they had their own separate proposal, and he brought up some interesting arguments. And he says, today we have to take into consideration the security and political reality of the streets in Haiti. You cannot have, a presidential council with just a small minority of individuals who he referred to as, elites. But it has to be expanded to reflect, the other parts of the country. And again, you can't have a council with, 100 people in a country where it's hard to say the buck stops with whom. You need to have that. And so it's interesting that up until now, it has not yet been decided, or at least told to the panel, how this is going to work, who's going to be in charge. And a lot will be riding, we assume, on this government and that comes in, and on whoever the next prime minister is going to be. But Haitian politics is not for the faint of heart. It's very difficult to maneuver, and we're going to be in an election mode, and that's another challenge.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of the leadership as well, Jacqueline, the now resigned Dr. Ariel Henry is still outside of Haiti, yeah? What's the assessment around that? Should he stay outside of the country? Will his return to the country affect stability further? What's the assessment of him being outside of Haiti?
We do not know. I mean, I've spoken to, various people, regardless of how they feel about Ariel Henry. I mean, the Haitians they did not agree with the fact that there was not an effort that was done by the United States or others to help him get back to Haiti. He was on his way to Haiti on a charter plane vis-a-vis the Dominican Republic when the DR told his plane that it could not land. And that's still a very interesting, episode in terms of why they did that. And it was while he was on his way to Puerto Rico that he was basically told by the State Department that he needed to resign. And so there is definitely a view that there's an effort has been to keep him out. Why is that? And what do you do? I mean, the guy is a prominent surgeon, neurosurgeon, the top neurosurgeon in the country that I think barely has 5 neurosurgeons. He's not going to be able to start over or anything, and so I have no idea, what the future holds for him or how he's going to navigate that.
Yeah.
All right, Jacqueline Charles, we'll continue to watch these developments. Thank you so much for your perspectives and your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. You see, and that gives you a sense of just how difficult this situation is. You know, how many things have to be balanced.
It's quite delicate. Quite delicate. Because you think, Ricardo, that, you have a presidential council now things that should be on their way. But then when you break it apart and you realize how many different voices you have there and what those voices represent, and for all of them to come together and align on certain different things, you realize how difficult it still could get, for them to find consensus on these different things that will bring Haiti forward.
And as you heard Jacqueline say, it's not even just that it's a political problem. There's a humanitarian crisis. There's a security crisis. So while this agreement certainly on paper seems to have papered over the political crisis, how it interacts with the other things, how it gets security stability, and I keep stressing that because I don't see how it functions unless there is stability in terms of the security of the country. I don't see how that works. And again, Dr. Ali said that anybody sanctioned by the United Nations would not be considered legitimate.
No.
He's talking about the gangs. But can you have a functioning council without engagement with the gangs who are basically in charge of the country now? They've overrun the state institutions.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I've yet heard that there is a settled operation on how they go in terms of their interactions with the gangs. What we've heard is that no member of the gang can sit on the council, but is it that sideline negotiations can happen?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Delicate dance, delicate balance, or brothers and sisters in Haiti. I can just imagine, as you heard Jacqueline say, people just want peace.
Yeah.
To be able to send your child to school and know that they'll come home alive. Yeah. Up next, across Jamaica.
Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales. For a better choice in the electrical business.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is...
It's 8 o'clock.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's across Jamaica this morning.
With Across Jamaica this morning, I'm Ricardo Brooks. Now, the 2024-25 budget debate will begin in the House of Representatives today. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark is expected to open his presentation sometime after 2. He's expected to outline how the government's $1.3 trillion expenditure for the upcoming fiscal year will be funded. It's up almost 30% compared to the budget tabled last year. Opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson is expected to respond to Dr. Clark's presentation in his contribution to the debate on Thursday. Meanwhile, the opposition leader Mark Golding is slated to speak next Tuesday, March 19. Prime Minister Andrew Holness will make his contribution on Thursday, March 21. The Finance Minister will return to conclude the budget debate the following Tuesday, March 26. It would fall to the Finance Minister this afternoon to make any announcement of an increase in the country's income tax threshold. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has dubbed the potential increase 1.5 2.0.
I know that all Jamaica knows that it is the Jamaica Labour Party that will deliver 1.5 2.0.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness. He was addressing party supporters during a spot meeting in February. Nationwide 90 FM will have live coverage of the Finance Minister's opening of the debate. That's across Jamaica.
Stand out among competitors. Show your commitment to quality. Submit your entry in the Bureau of Standards Jamaica National Quality Awards Program. Your entry provides the opportunity for a free comprehensive assessment of your organization's management system and facilitates improvement in effectiveness and efficiency. This prestigious award associates your organization with performance excellence. Step into a world of excellence. Gain access to international markets. Enter today.
Call 618-1534. The Bureau of Standards Jamaica, making standards work for you.
Jumpstart your fitness goals with Express Fitness.
Sign up today and restart your fitness journey at an Express Fitness location near you. Enjoy safe, comfortable, and well-equipped gyms from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Call 554-5180 for a full listing of our open locations. Express Fitness. Express Fitness. Your goal, our mission.
Time to pay your tax? Relax! You've got this with your Sagicor Bank Business Credit Card. Use your Sagicor Bank Business Credit Card to pay your taxes and get a 1-month payment holiday. New cardholders get first-year annual fee waived. Plus, you get up to 55 days interest-free and earn unlimited reward points every time you spend. So when you're ready to pay your tax, relax! You've got this. Use your Sagicor Bank Business Credit Card and enjoy the best rewards ever. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. Taking your calls. The numbers 630-937-124, 630-937-124, and 618-8255. I see a comment here from Yulit Wright, who is responding to one of our YouTubers to say, I tend to agree with some of the comments made by this commentator, and she says, do they not know that there's no perfect solution, but will improve once they're willing to try and begin? Yeah. So everything in Haiti won't be fixed overnight. Definitely not. But as you heard there from the chairman of CARICOM and the president of Guyana, urging Haitians to give the agreement a chance to work. Give it a chance to work. Yeah. If everybody on the presidential transitional council or presidential college, could come together and give it a chance to work, perhaps then you start to see some shifting of changes there in Haiti. But those are the first steps coming out of the summit yesterday in Jamaica that the interim president, rather Prime Minister, Dr. Ariel Henry, has stepped aside or has indicated that he will be stepping aside. There is an agreement now on a presidential transitional council. Yeah. And there seems to be mixed views as to whether or not Haitians really want a Kenyan-led multinational support mission in their country. But you heard there from Jacqueline Charles, who's been covering these Haitian matters over the years, saying of recent you've been hearing from Haitians, boy, they've just had enough, and people just want their kids to go to school and come back home safely, want to go to work, want to go to the market without thinking that they will venture out and be shot and killed or kidnapped or sexually assaulted. And with that context comes that, they might be willing to be okay with a Kenyan-led multinational support mission in their country. As to when that mission will be deployed, we don't know yet. You heard there from Jacqueline in our discussion with her that they've so far trained and vetted about 400 of those police personnel from Haiti who are set to come from Kenya rather, who are set to come into Haiti. She's also telling us that it won't be that all 1,000 of those police personnel or security personnel will be in the country all at once, but they'll come in different phases of the process. So it's left to be seen how that will be operationalized, but it needs to be operationalized soon. Yeah. So the numbers again, 630-937-124 and our digital line 618-8255. Taking your calls, the topic of the morning, definitely what is happening in Haiti and the outcome of that emergency summit that was held at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel yesterday with the CARICOM heads of government as well as other stakeholders, to include the U.S.'s top diplomat, the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. who was in deliberations at the Pegasus yesterday from about sometime after 1. Yeah, we got their opening statement at just after 5, and then after that they broke again and they had their press conference after the conclusion of all their deliberations sometime after 10 last night. Our first call of the morning is Lenz. Good morning to you.
Howdy,
We're doing well. So and just to announce before I hear what's on your mind, on a Tuesday and a Wednesday at 8 o'clock, Ricardo steps out. He has another engagement on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8. But go ahead, Lenz. What's on your mind?
Yes, Haiti is what's on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
This thing that is happening today, this is not anything new, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You remember Rene Simoes?
And when you say this thing, you mean the destabilization of the country?
Yes, the destabilization of the country. This country has been destabilized for over 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Jamaica has always played a role. But the people who should fix this is not Jamaica. You realize the stance that the Dominican Republic has taken?
Yes.
Yeah. If a Haitian gives birth in Haiti, they are stateless. I mean, in
DR.
They are stateless in Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yesterday, United States pledging $200 million. $200 million for what?
Well, they pledged 133, but yeah.
But look here, how much money are they collecting for interest on the debt that they own?
Mm-hmm.
For Haiti, Germany own debt. France, all of France colonies is the same thing. They are the poorest countries in the world. We need to back out of this thing and leave this thing. The rest of the world need to put the blame where it lies. United States, France.
So you're saying those countries need to step up even more?
No. It's not more. No more. No, this. Relinquish the people and free the people. Give them back their money.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need to do. Give them back their lives. Give them back themselves. Just give them back what you took from them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. And if you don't know the history, go and read it. Yeah? If you don't know the history, you go and read the history on Haiti. It is not that we don't want to take care. This is like, you know, somebody who mash up the place and then go and come tell you, say, you will fix it back. No.
Yeah.
All these people wanted was their freedom, right? And how much money they had to pay for it after a while. They got it for 25 years, and after that, no, they can't stop paying for it. Can you imagine earning $100 and paying out 80 out of it, plus interest for your freedom?
Mm-hmm.
Eh? And when you can't pay that, they lend you money. Eh? They lend you money, and you have to pay back that money with interest. And then on top of that, United States can buy that debt. Eh? And so they might give them a change to do what? Huh? We as people, we must back out of this thing. You want us to sign things at UN? This is what we need to sign off on this. And none of us. Why should my brothers and sisters go over Haiti and lose their lives? For who? The United States, France, and Germany? And by a lesser extent, England and Canada? No. It is not fair. It is not right. It is not fair. It is unjust. And we as Christian people or religious people, we should fight against that. We should fight against that. All of us should come together and chase away the United States from albeit we can't do it, because they are mighty and powerful with our resources. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you, Lance.
Yes. It is sickening. The last president that Uncle PJ helped out, what's his name, Rene Preval or something like that, had to seek refugee status for him in the Central African Republic. Yeah? It is not the first time that we are helping these people.
But here's the thing now, Lenz. You said Jamaica should let the others do it because they're the ones that are more responsible. But where we are now, in the thick of things, do you think Jamaica could do that at this time? And the other CARICOM leaders as well.
No, we are just here to save face, you know. That's all we're doing, saving face and earning a little money. The Pegasus Hotel gets some money yesterday, and some of our people get work.
Oh, God, man, Lindsay, you're really calling it that?
Yes,
so you don't think they sat down for those several hours really going through some significant deliberations to try to reach some level of consensus on Haiti?
My big son would say that's a waste of time.
Oh, dear.
That's all he would say. It's a waste of time.
So what do you make of the outcome?
Nothing. The outcome is nothing.
The presidential college that has been established, the resignation of Henri, the possibility now of that multinational support mission coming.
I grew up under Papa Doc and Baby Doc and all the others since. Nothing has changed. Nothing will change unless the powers that be, America, England, France, Germany, Canada, comes together. I was in Canada, you know, and most of the T-shirts that I wore in Canada, you know where they were made? Haiti. Eh? How is Haiti so poor and they are exporting so much? We can't do anything. I'm telling you the truth. We cannot do anything unless Haiti's debt is removed, and it's a superficial debt. It's not a debt because they borrowed money to do some work. They borrowed money to pay for slavery, pay for their freedom.
Yes.
And they are still doing it. Don't be fooled. They are still paying back that loan or those loans. And anybody who refuses to pay back the money will be killed. It is the France government that is in charge of training police and the army in Haiti, you know, and in all other former French colonies. And they have to lodge their money, overseas franc currency, in French's bank, and they have to maintain an 80% reserve in France's bank. So how you gonna? What can we do? We can't do nothing right now. You see, France and I, they are not in it. Just imagine something like this going down for Jamaica and England. Not
I believe a French ambassador was present yesterday.
Look, man, what have they contributed? Nothing. 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 Jamaica has always tried to assist or lead something. We were part of the revolution there, right? And we have suffered for it too, you know.
Yeah.
So what I think that we are not paying back money. When England loaned us money from Barclays Bank, we had to pay back that. We never finished paying back that until about 2006. Right to NCB there. That is one of the reasons why I don't even like to hear NCB talk about they are almost 200 years old. Because we are NCB is at the clock in half a tree. That's where Barclays Bank was.
Mm-hmm.
So NCB never started. That's not. In the 70s, Jamaica buy out the Barclays Bank.
Yeah,
heard you. Commercial bank.
Heard your Lens, and I have two more callers that I have to take before we get to the next segment.
What we need, get our leaders to really put the envelope where it's supposed to go and stop the talk shop that go on yesterday.
Heard you.
It's a grand waste of time. Thank you very much.
All right, Lens. And I see some of you saying similarly as well in the chat. But up next, Dwayne, good morning to you. Dwayne? Lost Dwayne? Dwayne? No. Ludlow. Good morning.
Good morning, Tona.
Yes.
And again to our listeners. You know, the gentleman that spoke a while ago, I'm in agreement with him. But just to say, Tana, is that if we knew the history of all of this situation that is happening, it's not now, and all of us, we have heard of all of this before, and I'm wondering also if it's going to be another 9-day wonder, because Haiti, I remember there was a flood, some earthquake or something in Haiti some years ago, and assistance was supposedly sent to them, but where did that money go? As if, where was it? It was consumed, but it wasn't the Haitian population that benefited. So, all of this is just, I think, a bunch of hypocrisy. Yes, and a lot of diplomatic talk and saying. But the history of this thing is that Haiti will forever be this way. It's like it is by design that what is happening to Haiti. And then our Caribbean islands pretend also as if they just said these guys are a bunch of criminals and all of that, and they're a worthless set of people. Haiti, what is happening to Haiti is like, in some African countries, it is by design. And these European people, and I'm telling you, France is so dangerous. They're the main culprits. And this is what's happening to Haiti. So all of what we're trying to do now, yes, I agree. All our African countries and Caribbean neighbors should try and assist as much as they can.
Yes.
But right now, the situation is going to take a while for them to sort out. But my contribution is that Haiti is not what we believe. That there's an evil set of people. All right? They're not an evil set of people. It's just that the system that was designed is affecting them, and it's going to continue for years. I don't know when they're going to get out of it. And it's not only Haiti alone. Many other countries, mainly people of African descent, is affected by this. Look what's happening in Africa, places in Africa. Think, people. Look at the history and stop dealing with what's happening currently. This has been long over 200-300 years. And we have to confront that. All right?
Thank you, Ludlow, in your caller capacity this morning. We're trying to make back contact with Dwayne, but no such luck. But thank you so much for engaging. I'm going to take a break. And up next is A Healthier You.
Mommy, what are you sneaking and eating?
You catch me.
That's not the mother's Easter bun you promised me, is it?
No. Well, yes. Well, I was preparing it for you for tomorrow. And a little drop off.
You call them 2 slice liquor, Mommy?
You catch me. Shouldn't you be asleep?
With all the noise, Mommy, I need some mother's Easter bun before I go back to bed.
Winner of the 2023 King of Buns Easter Bun Contest. Mother's Easter Bun is baked to perfection.
A sub bun for nice. Can I get another slice?
Mother's Easter Bun. Grab one before them done. More deliciousness. More deliciousness from Mother's Bakery.
So today we're kind of having an extended Healthier You. Healthier You is supposed to start at 8:30, but the topic we're about to discuss for the next 9 minutes or so could fall under the category of a Healthier You too. So hence I'm saying it's an extended Healthier You this morning. Today, rather, World Kidney Day is coming up on Thursday. World Kidney Day is coming up on March 14, and it's observed annually on the second Thursday of March. It's a global campaign aimed at raising awareness about the importance of kidney health in 2024 amidst the backdrop of a world increasingly grappling with chronic diseases. It's crucial to shed light on the significance of kidney health and wellness. It's estimated that about 850 million people worldwide are estimated to have some form of kidney disease. The theme for World Kidney Day 2024 is Kidney Health for All, Advancing Equitable Access to Care and Optimal Medication Practice. Now, this theme emphasizes the importance of ensuring everyone, regardless of background or location, has access to the care and medication they need to maintain healthy kidneys. So for more on the observance of World Kidney Day, we're being joined by consultant nephrologist Dr. Lori Ann Fisher. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us here. Well, thank you for joining us on Nationwide this morning. So first of all, Dr. Fisher, why are the kidneys so important?
So the kidneys are just to explain what they are, they're two organs shaped kind of like fists located in the back, or actually it's located in the abdomen, but it kind of looks right at the back. They're important for regulating blood pressure, getting rid of toxins that we produce every day as part of our basic metabolism. They're also important in keeping our blood count normal, so they make a hormone that helps us to build our blood count. And they're really important for bone strength. So they have a lot of important roles in maintaining normal body function.
Mm-hmm. And what sorts of impact could be on the kidney? For example, what are the illnesses that affect the kidney? What do people come in and when they're assessed, those are the issues that they have with their kidneys?
Okay, so the first thing is, as you rightfully said, kidney disease is really, really common. About 10 to 15% of the world's population has some sort of kidney dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
In the world, the most common reason is actually diabetes and high blood pressure. So those are the two most common reasons for people to have kidney impairment. Other reasons include things like lupus in our population, sickle cell disease, and other things that you kind of inherit. There's a condition called polycystic kidney disease, which is an inherited form of kidney problems in which there are cysts in the kidney, and also inflammation of the kidney called glomerulonephritis. The thing with kidney disease is that your kidney has a lot of reserves, so you don't get a lot of signs and symptoms of kidney impairment unless the function is really bad, right? But some of the signs of kidney disease can include foamy urine or soapy urine or bubbly urine, and that signifies protein in the urine.
So let's go over that again. Dr. Fisher, what are the signs in the urine?
Foamy urine. Can you hear me?
Foamy, yes, foamy urine.
Foamy or soapy urine, and that can mean protein in the urine, right? That's a sign of protein in the urine, which is a sign of kidney damage.
Mm-hmm.
You can have swelling of the legs, feeling tired or fatigued. When the kidney function has completely failed, you can get nausea or vomiting, right? But a lot of the signs of kidney dysfunction are non-specific, or they happen at a late stage of kidney dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
So what is really important is screening for kidney disease in people who are high risk. And what do I mean by that? So people who have diabetes, hypertension, lupus, sickle cell disease, have a family history of kidney problems, they have to be checked for kidney disease by checking a kidney number called a creatinine, which is available in all of the executive profiles, and a urine test for protein in the urine or albumin in the urine. And this is really relevant to our current theme of kidney disease because it's access to care and equitable access to good medication practice. Because what we know now is that if you catch kidney disease early, there are treatments available to help to reduce the progression to kidney failure and ultimately dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important to screen people at high risk so that we can implement methods or treatments treating the kidney disease so that most people don't end up on dialysis or have a bad outcome.
Yeah. And then the worst kind now, which is the chronic kidney disease. Could you talk to us about that and the different stages of chronic kidney disease?
Chronic kidney disease? Okay, so first let me define chronic kidney disease. So chronic kidney disease means a problem in structure, meaning how the kidney appears, or function of the kidney lasting 3 or more months and has an impact on care or impact on health. And how we recognize this as clinicians is if the kidney number or the creatinine, which is a test we use to check for kidney function, is abnormal, or the function of the kidney called GFR is less than 60, or there is protein in the urine, and there's a specific type of urine protein called albumin. So a protein in the urine more than 30 grams, right? So in terms of the stages, stage 1, there are 5 stages of kidney disease, chronic kidney disease, I should say. Stage 1 is where the function is above 90, which is normal, but there's either something wrong with the kidney, so you have multiple cysts in the kidney, or there is there's protein in the urine. So, for example, the protein test I said about. Stage 2 is where the function is between 60 and 89. Stage 3 is where the function is starting to becoming impaired, so that's a function between 30 and 59. Stage 4 is between 15 and 29. And stage 5, which is considered kidney failure, is a function below 15. All the people in stage 5, or most of the people in stage 5 will develop the need for renal replacement therapy, which means dialysis or a transplant.
So persons at that stage of kidney impairment, they have to stay, meaning stage 5, 15, they have to stay on dialysis. That's like
So most people
long-term
will end up with kidney failure, will have the symptoms I told you about: nausea and vomiting, shortness of breath, and fluid buildup, and they will need that. They will ultimately need renal replacement therapy, meaning dialysis or transplantation.
Yeah. But importantly, this morning too, Dr. Fisher, we're about protecting our kidneys. So any tips for persons listening about how they can protect their kidneys?
Okay, so remember I told you the most common reason is diabetes and hypertension.
Yes.
So the first thing we need to do is keeping healthy, so keeping a normal body weight, so not being overweight or obese, right? Trying to make sure so you don't develop conditions like diabetes and hypertension. And also in general, people who eat healthy lifestyles are less likely to develop kidney disease, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is to keep hydrated. The kidney doesn't like extremes, so it doesn't like dehydration, it doesn't like overhydration, right? The third thing is a thing that Jamaicans are very, very guilty of is actually a low-salt diet. So we eat a ton of salt in Jamaica, which increases our blood pressure and adds strain to our kidney. So those are the 3 things. In terms of prevention. But another thing is is making sure that we take care of our underlying conditions. So in terms of diabetes, if you're diabetic or hypertensive, making sure your sugars are under control, make sure you're visiting your doctors, and making sure that if you can detect kidney disease early, especially in the early phases, there's a lot of things that we can use to intervene to actually to prevent worsening of kidney function. And in people like lupus and sickle cell disease, in people with lupus, there's actually treatment if you detect kidney disease early that potentially can reverse kidney damage. But in order to treat, you have to detect. So it's really important to be in contact with your providers and kind of know your numbers. You have to take your health in kind of your own hands.
A final one, Dr. Fisher, before we let you go. Queen Momo here on our YouTube is asking, should someone be worried if their child has a normal-sized kidney and then the other is smaller?
That depends. So I think the more important thing, so sometimes what can happen is that one kidney is underdeveloped, right, as part of just maturing. Please note that a lot of people have one kidney and they don't know, right? And it may be that, and you can survive on one kidney only. But what I think is going to be really important in that child is making sure that, one, you keep a close eye with the pediatrician. 2, kind of keeping, maybe talking to people about checking blood tests for the kidney and protein in the urine.
Yeah.
Potentially, that child could, I don't know much medical information about the child, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, a lot of people can live, most people can live a fairly normal life with one kidney. Like, you cannot have kidney impairment with one kidney.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing would be checking the child's blood pressure, because you can't get elevated blood pressures with one kidney.
Mm-hmm.
We have kidney donors, so you know that you can live a completely normal life with one kidney, but it depends on the etiology or the cause. So without knowing that, I can't really say much. Mm-hmm.
So the advice this morning to that to the parents of that child would also be to visit their doctor.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dr. Lorianne Fisher, who is a consultant nephrologist, thank you so much for your time. You were very helpful.
All right, no problem.
All right. Speaking to us this morning about World Kidney Day that's coming up on Thursday, March 14. The extended A Healthier You continues after the break.
The Development Bank of Jamaica provides collateral for your business loan. For more information on their credit enhancement facility, visit www.dbjcef.com. The time by DBJ-CEF is
8:34.
We can light up your world with the rays of the sun, putting pure energy in the palm of your hand.
For over 20 years, Fosrich has been putting a world of energy in your hands. Now we bring you big savings with our line of solar energy products and LED lighting. Financing now available for all your home and commercial retrofit projects. Consult with our in-house staff or certified professional engineers for all your electrical needs. Fosrich Lifestyle. It's electric. Fosrich, your energy world.
Easter time come, me go pick up a mother's Easter bun.
It's the king, All the right ingredients, the proper amount of fruit, well soaked and baked to soft, delicious perfection.
A sub-bun for nice. So whether you add cheese, butter, or even a patty, mother's Easter bun is the one that will make you say, a sub-bun for nice.
Mother's Easter bun are the king, Hurry and grab one before it's done.
More deliciousness from Mother's Bakery.
A Healthier You is brought to you by Express Fitness, your goal or mission, and Horton's Pharmacy, a family tradition of dispensing and caring for 100 years.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. Now it's time for a monthly check-in with our friends from Horton's Pharmacy for a Healthier You. The RX Pack mobile app was officially launched in February, on February 29 to be exact. And this revolutionary technology is new to Jamaica's healthcare needs and is designed for better medication management. Now, since it's launched, how has it been? I'm being joined by the chief pharmacist at Horton's Pharmacy, Stafford Horton, to give us an update. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tottenham. Morning to you, morning to the listeners, and morning to you, your YouTube connections.
Yes, they are out in their numbers as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. So, Mr. Horton, you guys launched on February 29. Yeah, it's been about, what now, a week or 2 weeks?
Yes, just over a week.
Just over a week. How's it going?
Well, there is quite a lot of interested feedback, especially about the proposed drone delivery service. But just let's go through this morning how the app works.
Yes.
And the advantages of using the app for your it's designed for better medication management. Mm-hmm. That's the whole concept of designing this app, and it is certainly a user-friendly app. And over time, customers and clients who use it will certainly become more accustomed to using it and see the advantages of using RX Pack. Mm-hmm. So remember now, Horton's Pharmacy will be conveniently serving the healthcare needs of our customers for over 100 years. And we have witnessed their never-ending search for a prescription and medication plan that is easy to understand and also family friendly. And we get a lot of feedback and numerous calls and advice so we can help them to make their medication needs and management of their medication more efficient. So we designed this. This is a professional designed app which was designed by professionals in Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
And it is now available. RX Pack mobile app is now available in the App Store and the Google Play Store. It features various user-friendly online options such as prescription medication management, over-the-counter purchases, and several delivery choices. Now, regarding prescriptions, insurance health cards can only be used on location at our pharmacy, as locally available technology will not allow for the transfer of insurance card information digitally.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We are still working on it, but it's still not finalized. So to use an insurance card, they have to have the physical card in the pharmacy. Also, we have attached to the mobile app a digital wallet, and we have branded the digital wallet RX Plus. The RX Plus digital wallet provides access to convenient, secure, and quick payments for all pharmacy essentials, not only for our customers here in Jamaica, but also to their relatives and loved ones in the diaspora.
So what you're saying, Mr. Hotney, is that I could be overseas, but I want to purchase medication for a family member, and I'm able to do that?
Yes, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Easy as cheese. Okay. So they can seamlessly pay for their medication needs right here at home, and they can do it from anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Note carefully, RX Plus digital wallet can be used as a budgeting tool to put funds aside for individual and family health care needs. Some of us have repeat or refill prescriptions for chronic ailments such as high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, eye problems, eczema and skin disorders, heart disease, prostate, and all those chronic ailments. Just think, if you utilize the RX Plus digital wallet to secure budgeted funds for vital, essential medication needs, many of the last-minute anxious moments should not happen.
Because you already have it in the wallet.
Yes, because it's there, and they can just order the medication using the prescription facility or the refill facility.
Yeah.
Also, a unique delivery option is our drone house call delivery. It is being fine-tuned as we speak. The Horton's RX drone is capable of flying about 9 kilometers, about 5 miles in a straight line in good weather.
Mm-hmm.
Two facts that shorten the distance are high winds and rain. We are planning for a heavy-duty drone for longer distances in heavier weather conditions, but this drone is not yet finalized, so we can't get delivery of it yet.
But you did a test of it at your launch?
Yeah, man, we did 2 tests or 3 tests at the launch, and it's that's the drone we have now that can go about 5 miles.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also susceptible to the weather conditions.
And that's understandable.
Can fly in high wind or in rain.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, the drone delivery is only available by using the RX Pack mobile app, by choosing the drone delivery option. I repeat, the drone delivery is only available by using the RX Pack mobile app, by choosing the drone delivery option.
So if I come into store and fill my prescription, I can't ask, well, I'm in the store, but I can't say, for example, I come into the store and I'm ordering over the counter for somebody else. I can't pay for it and say, oh yeah, I have to rush, but the person is a couple doors down. Could you have the drone deliver it to them? That won't happen.
No, they're not by drone, but we have this service for a courier delivery by bike or motorcycle or by motor vehicle, depending on the distance.
So you have several modes of
Yes,
delivery.
we have several options for delivery.
Yeah, this is your
including
latest
the
now,
drone.
the drone. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you have to order through the RX pack, through the app, to have the drone delivery option as one of those, if
Correct.
it is that you're in a certain radius.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so in conclusion, Horton's RX, the convenient pharmacy, continues its pioneering endeavors in Jamaican retail pharmacy services with the RX Back mobile app and the RX Plus digital wallet for better medication management. To get into the app, you type RXPAK either in the App Store or the Google Play Store. So to get
RXPAK
in the App Store or the Google Play Store.
Oh,
And
I found it.
You found it, great. Okay,
Yes.
love it. Okay. make a request and we'll make your delivery later or tomorrow.
I think I'm too far away, Mr. Horton.
No man, with RX back on modern technology, the world is our stage.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so RX Back mobile app will help to improve and to move Jamaica's healthcare system in an efficient, effective, and productive direction. And we are Horton Pharmacies happy to share this game-changing experience with customers. RX Back mobile app and RX Plus digital wallet, powered by Jamaica's oldest pharmacy, Horton's RX, where wellness is simply delivered since 1920.
That's a good way to go. Stafford Horton, Chief Pharmacist at Horton's Pharmacy in A Healthier You this morning. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Tony. Have a great day. You at Nationwide and all the listeners.
You too, Mr. Horton.
Bye.
Going to take a break for your birthdays and your anniversaries.
A Healthier You was brought to you by Express Fitness, your goal or mission, and Horton's Pharmacy, a family tradition of dispensing and caring for 100 years.
The Olympic Games 2024 live from Paris in France, exclusively on Nationwide 90 FM.
The Jamaican star shines bright once again. Live here halfway through an Olympic final.
This summer, Nationwide 90 FM is coming in hot.
Jamaica to the Blacks!
Nationwide 90 FM will be blazing as we bring you the games of the 33rd Olympiad live from the French capital, Paris. 16 fantastic days of competition in 41 sports.
Noblin Williams-Mills coming, McRory flapping, her arms are waving, and Noblin Williams-Mills coming through for Jamaica's gold.
The station will bring you analysis and live coverage from the opening day of competition, Friday, July 26th to the very last day of action on Sunday, August 11th.
And some parchment, let's go! Oh, what a run!
Everything and anything Paris Olympic Games 2024 can be heard right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
It is a glittering gold for Sharika Jackson, and how they will celebrate that back in Jamaica.
We'll capture the spirit of athleticism. We'll narrate the Olympic fever, define thrilling moments, and report on the blood, sweat, and tears of the world's greatest athletes. Nationwide 90 FM is going to the Paris Olympic Games, and we're taking you with us. Tune into Nationwide 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9 for live updates and commentary. We'll be giving the listeners a front row seat to witness excitement, triumph, and memories.
And I think it was a clean sweep for the Jamaicans.
Stay tuned to Nationwide 90 FM 24/7. Experience the Paris Olympic Games 2024 right here on the Revolution in Media Nationwide 90 FM, your Olympic Center. Exclusively on Nationwide 90 FM.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever, everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name, 'cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes.
It's that time of the morning when we tell some very special people happy birthday and happy anniversary. First up, belated birthday greetings to Mrs. Violet Thompson. Yeah, 97 years old. Wow. Batting. So belated birthday greetings to you, Mrs. Violet Thompson, and this message is for you. This is an awesome milestone. Thanks for your involvement in making the community what it is today. Love, respect, and God's blessings upon you from the Roehampton Estates community members. Happy birthday. Hope you had a really good one. And happy birthday greetings going out to a VIB. Very important birthday here. Kimberly Blair over there at the NSWMA. Happy birthday to you, Kimberly. Coming from your mom, your dad, your son Kalani, and your brother Hugh. So hope you have a good day as well. Over on Facebook, happy birthday to Teresa Forrest, D. Hunt, Kimon Green, Tashley British Evans. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday as well to Sasha Phoenix and Sophia Smallwood. Happy birthday as well to Star Dr. Lee. Okay, happy birthday to you. Hope you guys have a good one as well. And here's another happy birthday greetings. This one says to her mom, Pharaoh Grant, who's a VIB. Very important birthday. And the message for you, wishing her all the best and God's richest of blessings. Also, happy wedding anniversary greetings. This one says to her mom and dad. That's Jeffrey and Faye. So it's her birthday and she was married on her birthday. Cool. So happy anniversary to Jeffrey and Faye Grant. Wishing them God's richest blessings and pray they live to celebrate many more happy ones. Greetings coming from Tyrone, Shane. Is this Katie, Zane, Gary, and Jeff Fully Auto? And the message says, Jermaine, if possible, could you play Soon Time by Jeff Fully Auto? So this is her son. This is their son. Okay, so their son has a song that he sang, and he wants that to be played for his parents. So happy anniversary to the Grants, and happy birthday to your mom, Faye Ro Grant.
Oh, I think me say I miss call. Me soon talk to you though. Me go buy some song. Money and some time. The solitary artist know that means and so it's time make you live life. Daddy don't mind on a taxi or Benz, more hot if you drive. I feel me carry the passport stamp with a face and my water for your fly. All of that's so impossible because God bless me when I rise. Me want go on a mansion key and tell her no for going inside. All round her back for Zen, learn for time. If you hold up on the top, I look down for the sky. Gazebo outside, fireplace ready to work, one for light to no fear, alright. Me red not tarnish. A long time me could have forfeit and give up as being as an artist and stick to my work in your office. But in 9 to 5 I get costly. Implied labor, you no rewarded. One day 450 go call me. I remind me, say me have a target. Lend me a strength, now me up on the market. We coulda rap people and run one. We coulda stay in the slave, make it on me. We coulda buy loan, stay up a college. But that never night dream, so me want me. Me want fly, but me out got foreign. Why that the big car feel parking? Full of dreams from me and I'm a khaki.
Like that one, Fully Auto. So happy anniversary to your parents again, and happy birthday to your mom, Pharaoh Grant. Celebrating her birthday and was married on her birthday, so also celebrating her anniversary today. Over on YouTube, Dotsy Fuller sending belated birthday greetings to her daughter Jeline in New Jersey. So belated birthday greetings to you, Jeline, coming from your mom, Dotsy Fuller. PB sending happy birthday greetings to Her friend, Bobeth Johnson, who is the secretary at the New Forest High School. So happy birthday to you, Bobeth Johnson, from your friend PB and KP. She says as well from PB and KP, and they're saying love you loads. And it is the birthday of a VVIB, a very, very important birthday. Happy birthday to our reporter, Kimon Thompson, celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Kim. Hope you have a really, really, really awesome day. Hope that Cara and the rest of the team don't stress you out today. Well, good luck with that, yeah? Looking forward to see you this afternoon as you pick up your shift and you are celebrating your birthday. So happy birthday to you, Kim. Sending you... Oh, I'm Kim. Jermaine is reminding me about something now. I don't know if it took effect. You need to ask the HR manager, Simone. But apparently, what was said was that you get your birthday off. That was supposed to be what takes effect, that you get your birthday off. So you perhaps need to give someone a call just before you leave your home. Give someone a call and find out from her, what is the state of play? Is it that you can get your birthday off or not? But I also think, Jermaine, that Simone had said if it is that you have to come to work, you get a gift. So you get a gift or you can get the day off to do whatever you want to do. So, Kim, if you're listening, you can check out what is at play for you. But happy birthday to you, Kim. Much love from your NNN fam bam. Yeah, sending you much love and light. That seems to be it for the birthdays. Not seeing any other in the YouTube chat. So happy birthday to you if you're celebrating your birthday today. And if you're celebrating your anniversary, happy anniversary to you as well. And that's about it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Nationwide this morning, NTM, The Big Show. Thanks so much as well to our technical operator and the musical maestro, Jermaine King, our super producer, Michelle McCrae Smith, our editor, Cara Powell KP. Thanks as well to Ricardo, who had to step out at 8 o'clock. Up next, you have the Consumer Hour with Norgay Banton, and at 10, Cliff Hughes Online. I'm Tana Thomas. Good morning.
You've just heard Nationwide this morning on Nationwide 90 FM.